Let me know. So, I may have 2 to 3 vendors, and I want to get it to them as soon as possible.
Yeah, so they lock themselves in. Yeah. So you're gonna have the 3 days. They get to pick. It's gonna be down in Wynwood.
Oh, I need it now.
He working on the shit now, bro. He working on this shit now.
I need it now.
He working on the shit now, dude.
Bro.
So I'm excited, man. Trust me.
You know,
hey, let me know when you're ready, man, so I can start it.
You can start what?
It's about to be 7.
Yeah.
6:59.
Well, check the live and see if it's on.
Oh. I just saw something. Hold on, let me see.
As soon as you said
it's live on. Yeah, it's live.
As soon as you said Wynwood, it was a wrap.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's live, dude.
2 to 3 vendors, and I want to get it to them as soon as possible.
What up, people? What up? What up? What up? We got 4 people watching. Shout yourself out. Akil, what's up, baby? What up, people? What up? What up? What up? We got 4 people watching. Shout yourself out. Akil, what's up, baby? What up, people? What up? What up? What up? There we go.
Alright, so is there any way that we can connect to the screen too, brother? Or
No, not unless one of y'all can do the airplay, John. Because I'm using my phone to control the camera now.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. Hey, Dave, shout out to Dave. Shout out to Akil, man. Akil definitely is going and getting his things done for the month of Ramadan. You know what I mean? He's making sure that he's dedicated as he should be. Shout out to Dave. You know what I mean?
Dave, request to join the live, Dave.
He got to turn on the TV.
Oh, but you know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. So, I'm gonna drop.
Trying to find.
So check it out. Let's see this right here.
What up, people? Welcome, 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 folks. We making it happen real quick. You know us working some stuff out. Airplay.
Trying to find.
Hey, what did y'all do this past weekend, man? Tell us about kind of what y'all had going on. Drop it in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you guys. Oh, shout out to Rob, man. He did the shirt, man, right here.
Yeah, that shirt bomb, bro.
Yeah, y'all
shout out to Rob, man.
Y'all check Rob out, man, with the shirts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which episode it was. We talked about some jumper cables.
That was episode 5. That was episode 5, if I'm not mistaken.
So we talked about some jumper cables, and he jumped right on it. And this was the finished product, people. You know what I mean? I love the shirt. The fellas love the shirt, and they're going to tap in and get theirs as well, man. So
most definitely.
Appreciate you.
And we on screen.
What you got?
Yeah, we on.
There we go, bro.
We on, baby.
I like it.
We good.
Alright, so everybody feel good about the levels? Everything seem alright right now?
All is well, all is well.
Yo, thumbs up out there if the audio is good.
Yeah, check the audio. We don't want no issues with connectivity, so y'all just let us know. Give us some thumbs up in the comments. Let us know how we doing.
Shout out iRock shirts.
Most
shouted out Rob. So we got to shout out iRock shirts because I'm rocking one of those today.
Most definitely.
So listen, man. if y'all don't mind, I'd like to say I'm back.
Most deaf.
You know what I mean? Now, here's what I didn't expect. I didn't expect to come back and we lost DA, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right? Listen, world, we trying to figure out how to, like, just invite him in on the live. We not tech people, y'all. Like, we're not. So I know we run into some issues every now and then, and y'all see that.
Regina said we good.
We working through it.
Appreciate it.
But if anybody got, like, tech knowledge and they want to come through and vibe with us for the pod, and y'all want to help us with the tech,
Most deaf.
like, holler at us, man. Like, shoot us a message.
Listen, I'm with it.
I need tech help, brother. I'm smart, but I ain't no IT dude.
We all about business to business over here.
Oh yeah, we support it all.
Most deaf.
We support it all.
Until we figure it out, right?
Yeah.
We gonna keep plugging away. We gonna keep trying. Y'all just stay diligent and kind of hang in there with us, please.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we gonna kick this thing off by saying, DA, you here even if you're not here.
Already.
Blake, you here even if you're not here, brother.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, in all respect to all of the Muslims out there,
Absolutely.
going through the holy month of Ramadan,
Absolutely.
we support you. We support what you're doing.
Dedication.
Listen, it's discipline, it's dedication,
Absolutely.
it's holistic living, mind, body, soul.
Absolutely.
So I just want y'all to know, I appreciate y'all.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? We
Uh-huh.
respect what y'all are doing. Shout out to Blake. Listen, he had to put that foundation first.
First things first.
Family and foundation, brother, come before everything else.
Absolutely.
So, Blake, family, love, respect. You know what I'm saying?
Most deaf.
DA, family, love, respect.
Most
You know what I mean?
I hope I said that right. Yeah, don't kill me if I did.
You didn't, and they're gonna kill you for it. They're gonna kill you for it. So listen, you could be anywhere in the world,
Talk to him.
but you here with us.
Yes, indeed.
And I fucks with that, and I fucks with you for it.
Yes.
I really, really appreciate and respect the love, y'all. We got a lot that we got to kind of discover and talk about.
Most definitely.
Like, it's going to be a little weird, like, but y'all going to have to bear with me,
Most deaf.
because we got to make up for losing two very key integral pieces of energy.
Absolutely.
So the conversation going to be, we gonna work through this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's start with just some acknowledgments, right?
All right.
Let's start with acknowledging Shock G, rest in peace.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To him and everybody else that we've lost, 2021, 2020. Like, listen, honestly, it's been a shitty couple of years, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a shitty couple of years. Like, honestly, I'm tired of seeing my heroes go down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all about understanding, knowledge, right?
Absolutely.
Cycle of life. It is what it is. We know it's coming,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's kind of selfish when we get mad at people for not being here,
Mhm.
when the reality is they're probably in a better place.
Correct.
You feel me?
Correct.
But it's a selfish energy that wants them here with us.
Mm.
Listen, shout out. I'm gonna take this, and this is on me. My brother's birthday. My brother who just passed away, 2019. It's his birthday today. I was debating whether I was gonna be bipolar and be rolled up in the bed, drunk and high, and whatever else I could do to myself to feel numb from the pain, or whether I was gonna stand up. And so I decided, I need to stand up and stand on that. Because my brother was a hustler. He was a grinder, bro. He got it out the mud.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had 30 million businesses. You know what I mean? He had 30 million businesses. I mean,
Charity Childs,
listen,
man.
my brother just saw opportunity when he opened his eyes.
Absolutely. That's deep.
He saw opportunity when he opened his eyes. Like, my man was like, yo, I go to the strip club.
Yeah.
I noticed when I leave the strip club, I be hungry. I'm going to just open a jerk chicken stand outside the strip club. Then I can go to the club, hire somebody to work the stand. I get paid while they making money, and I'm still doing some shit I love.
Right.
Yeah.
And that shit evolved into, like, I run a strip club. Now, listen, I've migrated from a cart outside in the front to running the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50-50 shares on that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I got a little piece that I wrote, for the poetry segment in honor of my brother, in honor of everything that we lost.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting in today. It's a long piece, but there's some meaning in it if you decide to close your eyes and look deep enough.
Most
You feel me? But
Hey, yeah, shout out to Jermaine Motley. Appreciate you watching, my brother. Keep it locked in. Share this actual this live, man, with everybody else, man. Appreciate you locking in.
So listen, we appreciate everybody locking in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
G, we appreciate you.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
Definitely
one
much
episode
appreciated.
missed. Always.
You know what I mean? David Alcius out there with the fist up. You know what I mean? We just want to invite all of y'all into our living room, into our space, man.
Most deaf.
So we're gonna have some conversations.
Have a small.
I think
table.
we're gonna have some interesting conversations.
Oh yeah, we are.
So
Oh,
the
yeah.
question becomes, where do y'all want to start?
Mm.
I'm actually gonna defer to y'all. Where do you want to start? Mr. Daily Insight, tell me what topic you think we should do first, because I'm ready.
We had the asking the questions.
Yeah. We doing that last.
All right.
We doing that last.
All right. What we had the other two. But jog my memory real quick, so I can.
Do we want to get into, do we want to get into the
Political. Do we want to get more so political, or do we want to touch more so on entertainment? You know what I mean?
We do entertainment, political, and then we got our other joint that
Okay.
the home run hitter. Let's do that.
Cool.
So whatever that leads us.
So we said, what are we doing? We doing entertainment?
Do entertainment.
What's
first.
the entertainment topic, Mr. Bird?
Well, to be absolutely honest with you, when it came down to the political topic, when we wanted to speak about the trial and the things that went on, that was the topic in which I felt like we should kick off with. You know what I mean? So we can save that entertainment for that segment piece. You know,
So you're gonna hold that close to the cuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so listen, we might as well just get this out the way.
Mm-hmm.
I Stand on That podcast is a podcast that has 5 educated, right,
Indeed.
black men
Indeed.
talking about issues.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them just relationships,
Mm-hmm.
some of it sports, some of it. But at the end of the day, we talk about everything that impacts our lives, right? So, shout out, we got this whole conversation going about the Chauvin trial, Derek Chauvin,
Yes.
right? So, Derek Chauvin convicted, all 3 counts.
Absolutely.
Take a moment for George Floyd on that.
Oh yeah.
So, Derek Chauvin convicted on all 3 counts. And I really wanted to ask myself, even though it's what I wanted to see, right? Which was that man go to jail.
Right.
Is the justice system actually working for once? Right? Or did they just throw us a bone? Right? Because here's what I mean. And I'm going to break this thing down because I want you to comment on what I'm saying before we kind of open it all the way up. But here's what I mean. As black people, we always talk about the fact that the justice system is broken.
Correct.
There are more black people in jail by percentage, right? So we talk about the population of black people, and we take that percentage, which is almost 40% in jail, right? 34%, something like that, right? 34% of prisons are populated with black males, even though we're one of the lowest populations, right? We're one of the smallest populations. So we have more percentage of us, why there are more of us in jail than not, right? As far as compared to other races. And we said that the justice system is actually working exactly as it was intended. We understand that the first police officer was just somebody hunting down slaves. If we understand the premise and the basis for which our police force and our justice system was formed, right? The intention was to lock us up from day one.
And this is the history behind the badge.
History behind the badge.
Absolutely.
The history behind what a sheriff is.
Absolutely.
Behind what a cop is, citizen on patrol.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so is the justice system working in our favor now, even though nothing about it has changed? Or did they just throw us a bone because they knew we was finna tear some shit up? right? And here's what I mean. I'm not taking away who was on the jury. I'm not taking away that, the rules were followed a certain way. But you and I both know that those are the same rules. The jury selection process was the same process that it's always been. Nothing about it is different. So if it was broken yesterday, can it be fixed today? So is the justice system broken, as it always has been, and they just threw us a bone?
Mhm.
Or is it that, you know what? Maybe it's working now and it wasn't before because of inclusion or because of some other reason.
Talk to me.
Let me say this, right? I'm proud, I'm happy, but he's gonna do his time. He's on, not saying he's on watch. I think they said, or they did mention that he's on suicide watch.
He should be.
Along with that, I think he should be serving his time. He should do his time. You know what it feels like to be a criminal. You know what I mean? Because at this moment, guess what? You are a criminal. You've been convicted of it, right? So, 23 hours, locked down. You only got 1 hour to spare to work out or whatever. That's just kind of what that is, right? Is the system broken? Yes. It will continue to be broken in my eyes. You know what I mean? And to answer your question, G, yes, they did throw us a bone, right? They're like, you know what? With all the evidence, with everything pointing to everybody kind of not downplaying, but highlighting, yo, bro, I don't think what you did was correct. You know, I didn't approve of it.
Mhm.
I really I couldn't do anything at that moment because I was intimidated of what my blue brothers would do if I went against it. But everybody's speaking up because they have a case now. So with that being said, it's broken. They threw us a bone. They said, here you go. And honestly, it was just a nationally televised kind of ordeal. Like everybody got behind it. It was a movement.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with the movement, I think they just say, hey, I'm gonna throw you a bone, but next time, right? Just guess what? Good luck. Now, with that being said, LeBron kind of tweeted something and said you're next, as if what? You're gonna get convicted. I don't think that's gonna be the case with this young lady coming up.
Well, listen. So here's what you know. Here's what you know, though. You know DA was going to chime in the chat.
Yes.
DA was going to chime in
All
the
right,
chat.
there we go.
So here's where we go now.
Yeah.
DA, I wish I could hear you say this shit because I don't even want the people to think that everything you say be coming out my mouth.
Right.
I'm going to tune in with you, bro. I'm going to say this. DA says, listen, they can't give us anything. All they can do is steal, rob, and kill. Right? And listen. I don't agree with that. Like, I agree with they do steal, they do rob, they do kill, right? They pillage. Bro, that's what they've been doing from day one, right?
Mhm.
But when here's where I'm at. When you have control over everything, you can throw me a bone. Right? Like, listen, I'm not going to be too proud to understand that they control everything from the media down to farms to everything. Listen, there's not a lot of black owned anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We push it for that kind of energy now, right? But we just don't have a lot of black owned anything. And so as we are gaining access, I get it, the system's starting to shift. I mean, shout out to Ray D. Ray D says they didn't throw us a bone, the people found him guilty. Facts. The people found him guilty. The people that they put on the jury found him guilty. But my point is, was the plan to make sure that the people on the jury were going to be people that found him guilty? Like, I feel like they knew he had to go to jail. Never in the history of Everdom, right, has a police chief got on the stand and said anything negative about another police officer. Dude, the police chief said that you were not doing permitted practices. That's not what you were trained to do.
Correct. Facts.
Once the police chief said that, bro, it was a done deal.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ray D, I ain't gonna hold you. I want to hear your thoughts on this. You can put this in the comments. Do you think the young lady that mistakenly said she wanted to use her taser versus her gun, do you think she's going to get a guilty sentence on that? I just wanted to hear your comments on that. I want you to chime in on that in the comments.
But listen, I
kind
of digressed a little bit because I wanted to give DA some love.
Yeah.
But Bird, like, do you feel like the system is working as intended? Did they throw us a bone? Or like, what are your overall thoughts on that?
Okay, well, I want to be very clear on what I'm about to say. A lot of people feel like the system is broken, but don't really understand that the system is fixed.
Right. It's working the way it's intended to.
Absolutely. So with this fixed system, I believe that it's not so much that they threw us a bone in the courtroom. I believe that sometimes, just like how we spoke about, well, what I spoke about on the last podcast, as far as they get the job of painting the narrative after the death has already taken place. This narrative wasn't painted because it was captured. Okay?
Captured.
So it was captured.
On film.
Right, it was captured. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, the narrative wasn't painted but shown, and everyone got to create their own narrative of what they got from the video. Okay? Let's be clear on that. So you're right, the people did win us this, but the people were able to gain their own knowledge from what they saw. As far as how they wanted to play it out. Now, when it comes to what has happened prior to, if you were to ask me, all right, bro, well, if that's the case, what about everything that has been captured prior to this?
Right.
Because I was about to ask you.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to have that. But this is where you have the difference. This is where you have the difference. Some things in which we've been through, you're right, no bone thrown. But the reason why I say that this trial in particular was different is because of the way in which it hit, to me, the nation. And I'm not speaking from a small standpoint of the United States. It touched outside of the United States. So to me, that was the difference that set this apart from a lot of other narratives being painted.
That's why I said it was a national, it was a global thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what I stand on is that it can set the case separated itself, but it had to do with a lot of other cases prior to it. It was that I'm tired of it now. But why now type time? You understand what I'm saying? So I definitely want to speak on the cases before. Yes, it wasn't as big as this.
Right.
So yeah, like we know that when a verdict is about to be read, that isn't the one that we want. The National Guards are called out before the verdict is read. We know this.
Fact.
Comes a little different. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm at a but the build up to which led to this case touching the world. You know? So I don't think it was a bone thrown, but I think that there was so many really speak volumes on so many other levels than just the United States. And the United States wouldn't want to be seen in this light across the world as they are.
Right. Now, listen, I'm right there with you. And I gotta chime in with our people because Ray D made a couple of comments, right? But what I want to talk about is this last one where he says, "Why are we breaking down the complexity of a man's freedom being taken to being thrown a bone?" And Ray, listen, here's the reality. We're having a simple conversation about, are we accepting the realities or are we still living in the reality that we used to live in? Because the reality is, you and I both understand and know that this system hasn't always worked in our favor. Right? If you remember, even with the OJ trial, when OJ got off, right? It was literally a division between white people and black people. Right? And so here's where we are. We're in a situation where the system did exactly what it should have done. And we're not used to that. So it's not about minimizing a man's freedom or minimizing a man's life. When I say being thrown a bone, I'm trying to figure out are we making progress?
That's it.
Right, in the justice system? Or is the system still working the way it's supposed to? It's just that a couple of people at the top understand that it can't be completely one-sided anymore.
Absolutely. Let me speak on something. Dave said that Trayvon Martin was national and there still was no justice. Media exposure means nothing. And that's what he stands on. But we have to understand the difference between the exposure. First things first, Trayvon Martin was a civilian to civilian. Trayvon Martin was a civilian to a civilian, okay? Mm-hmm. When you look at the case in which we're talking about right now, we're talking about police to civilian. That's two totally different things. And
but here's the other part.
Talk to me.
Here's the other part. If you look at who was marching for Trayvon, and you look at who was marching for George Floyd, look at who was marching for George Floyd. Look up the black population in Minnesota. There were a lot of white people marching for George Floyd. It's not just about the attention, right? It's about who the attention is coming from. Who's standing in front of that camera. And when you got white people standing in front of the camera now, saying Black Lives Do Matter, saying, yo, this is not acceptable, saying this shit gotta stop. When you see videos online of little girls checking their parents, saying you sound stupid, that's racist, right? You're seeing a different culture. You're seeing my kids and your kids starting to come up and starting to be far enough removed from it to say, this shit is stupid.
Right.
We're seeing a difference in the movement because it's not just black people. Trayvon, not to say there was all black people and just black people, but it was predominantly black people marching for Trayvon.
But let me say this though, with Trayvon was exactly what I said when I spoke about what happened prior to George Floyd. He was a part of that build-up for this national type anthem that we saw with George Floyd. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was a part of that. That's what I mean by when I say the other things that were lost.
Right.
It was a build-up. Trayvon definitely was a part of what we are now experiencing with but I think that this came more so from a police brutality standpoint. Like, everybody experiences in different parts of the world police brutality. This isn't a secret.
Yeah.
This isn't something that just started yesterday, you know?
So this is not a thing where we're saying that one thing played a part. We're saying there are magnitude of different things. Like, for example, we got the video, as you mentioned, the whole capture thing. With Trayvon, did we get it on film? Did we see everything that unfolded? No, we did not.
No, absolutely.
So, and my question, and not to kind of switch the subject, would it have made a difference if we captured everything as if we captured the Floyd?
I think 9 minutes and 29 seconds makes a big difference.
But if we captured
9 minutes and 29 seconds of watching this man with his knee on George Floyd's neck, and this man begging for his mama, this big strong ass dude begging for his mama, bro.
Mm-hmm.
9 minutes, 29 seconds of watching a man literally suffocate.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a difference, bro.
So
that makes a difference.
So you saying yes?
Yeah.
You saying yes? So we had got the whole thing for the Trayvon Martin on film.
Well, here's what we gave. There was enough room for them to deny who Trayvon Martin, whether he was the victim or
narrative.
We gave. There was enough room for it. Right? But believe, what did they say? Believe none of what you see and half of what you hear, or none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I know. For Trayvon Martin, if I'm believing none of what I hear, guess what I get to do? I get to deny the 911 call. I get to deny his girlfriend's testimony about what she heard on the phone. I get to deny all of this.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at somebody kneeling on somebody's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds, that wasn't even 30 seconds. 9 minutes and 29 seconds. You can't deny that. There's no wiggle room for painting a different narrative. And I'm with you, Ray D. I believe you. You get a conviction, you no longer fit the narrative. You no longer fit the narrative. Like, listen, this is the point of having the conversation is because there's two sides to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's two sides to it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I do know. Here's what I know, right? One thing that I'm gonna stand on is that man had to go to jail. I'm glad he's in jail. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish no harm, no nothing, on no ill on nobody. Cause that's weight that I carry. But watching that could have been me, that could have been my son, that could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody that got the heart of them to do that, and that has a history of also excessive violence as a police officer,
You gotta go. Yeah.
you don't just need to be fired so you can go move to Cali and get hired over there.
You gotta go.
You need to be put in jail.
I can say this though. I did not have a preconceived notion that he was going to get convicted. And that says a lot about the system itself.
Of course.
That's
So-
a hell of a statement.
Absolutely. I did not, I wasn't 100% before he went in saying he's going down.
You weren't confident that they were going to do what they were supposed to do.
No, I wasn't. No.
So, and that leaves me with, and that's why I asked Ray D, do you think this other young lady is going to get convicted? My answer to that is going to be no.
He said he thinks she will.
I don't think so. Because it's back to what you just said. I think, again, it was a bone. They said, you know what, with the video evidence, I don't think it's going to happen.
Bro, she said on camera. She said it on camera. Oh shit, I think I shot him. I meant to use my taser. Right?
That's not an excuse, though.
No, it's not. Here's what I'm saying. She admitted on camera she shot the man. She admitted on camera that she wasn't supposed to shoot the man. She's going to jail.
I don't think so.
Ray D
I don't
asked.
think so.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's what Ray D said. Why not?
No, he was talking.
Because of the system.
Oh, he was talking to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was talking in reference to me, to the statement that I made. And the reason why is due to the fact of the same thing Dave said about the Trayvon Martin. Like, you don't know. You never know. Like, it's not a for sure thing going into this system that he's getting convicted. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Like,
Murder 3.
but that's the thing, bro. We just spoke about a fixed system, not a broken one.
No, listen, I've already told you.
You know?
The purpose of me asking the question is because I believe the system is working as it was designed to work.
Like,
But all I'm saying is we don't have the authority to change it yet. So all I can do is celebrate the small win that I just got.
what's going on, fam? What's going on, fam?
Hey, South Florida Sid is in the building.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? And so here's what I'm saying. Here's what I can stand on. I can stand on the fact that I think the system is working the way it's intended to work.
Against us.
That's what it historically has, and I think that's what it's going to continue to do. But I don't think it'll happen at the clip that it's been happening, because I'm starting to see a trend of people who don't look like us who are standing with us.
So let me ask you that. So does it take enough of them to basically have them change the system or change policies in order for it to work the way we think it should work? Or is that
Oh no, we got to tear this shit down and set up our own shit.
Somebody mentioned that.
Listen, you're not tearing this shit. Like, you're not finna override the system.
Yeah. And I think,
Dude, it's built. It's not. You're not overriding it.
yeah, and I think, I don't know, and quote me on it, this is the actual celebrity. She mentioned, I don't know if it's Carrie Hilson or not, she mentioned that, why can't we build our own, police force and this, that, and other. She asked that question. I just threw it out. Can we build our own?
Oh, listen, man. Here's what I know.
It's a great question.
If the Native Americans have
yeah.
their space,
Yeah.
they have the ability to police themselves. You ain't going on no reservation arresting nobody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not happening, bro.
Yeah.
So it's not that you can't set it up. It's just that the Freedmen's Bureau didn't do as good a job as the Native American people did.
Yeah.
Right? Our negotiations got shut the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get the negotiations, bro. We had the negotiations, but we didn't get what we were supposed to get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Ray D. This shit ain't just federal law. This shit stems all the way down to local police departments. Small precincts, bro. State law gotta change.
Absolutely.
Right? Local laws have to change. Then it has to progress its way all the way up. And here's the beauty of this, right? We got lawyers on here, Ray D, David. You know what I'm saying? We got people who are experts. They are Juris Doctors. They have a doctoral understanding of the justice system, of jurisprudence.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting more and more black people into the profession every day. But now it's a flooded population, right? So here's what I say. I think that there are some people that are working really hard to try to break through this system and fix it. I don't think that's going to be the answer. I think that we got to eventually establish our own. Like, I just feel like that's what it is. And I'm not even for segregation, bro, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, if we talking about truly having a system that is going to be fair, that we can't blame and complain about, we got to establish our own.
Facts.
We got to establish our own. And I stand on that. But here's what I stand on for this episode. I stand on the fact that I celebrate the fact that Derek Chauvin is in jail. I celebrate the small win. And whether the system is working as it's intended to or broken, I'm glad that for once, I can go sleep at night and be like, yeah, they did it. Like, they did what they were supposed to do. What should have happened, happened. Fuck whether it was luck or strategy or skill or whatever, right?
A bone.
And let me say something.
South Florida City, just real quick, South Florida City, we're talking about the justice system, all right? We're talking about the Derek Chauvin verdict, guilty on all 3 counts. But what we were talking about was whether or not the system is working as it's designed to, right? Like, did the system change all of a sudden? Or did they just kind of do something for us? Did they say, we know this shit is just too wrong. We got to make sure this shit goes the way it's supposed to go, right? And so we're talking about whether the system is working or whether it's changing, right? Is it working as intended, as it always has, or has the system changed in some way that we don't know about?
Right. And I wanna let people understand his family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you saw his family's reaction to the verdict,
Yeah.
they stand on the same principle as far as they weren't sure. Their reaction gave me chills. Like, yes, it was a big win, but with everybody gathered in the room, you understand what I'm saying? They weren't even 1,000% sure, because the one woman, she, once they read the first one, she like, no, you gotta wait. She wanted to hear it all. You understand what I'm saying? So that means like 1 or 2 could have went the other. You feel me? Like, and this is the family. They recorded the family watching this. You know what I mean? So that's a different type of feeling. You know what I mean? That's where I was coming from, as far as I wasn't 1,000% sure of what the verdict was going to be, and that's what I stand on.
And I'm with you. I'm with the family. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm saying that at the end of the day, I can stand on the fact that as a people, we got to take that win.
Yeah.
And we got to take the next win that is coming, I believe. I know you were a doubter, but the next win, because she's going to jail. She's going to jail. She said she pulled out a taser. She thought she did. Everybody in the world is saying, how the hell could you confuse a gun and a taser?
But listen, we don't have any policies in order or enforced right now to hold police officers accountable for their actions. That's why I'm saying that history has already proved that. So that's why I'm doubting right now. You know what I mean? I wasn't.
And in the piggyback on what you're saying,
Yeah.
South Florida State just said Derek Chauvin looked surprised. He looked like, I didn't think I was going to go down on all 3 counts.
All right. There we go.
That's
So
exactly. Yeah.
So he's thinking, nah, I got it, I'm good. This is gonna pan out just good, fine, like all the other cases. He said history has proven itself. Cops get off.
Oh, listen,
You know what I mean? Cops get off. That's what it is.
They thought that bullshit defense was going to work. You can't be talking and say you can't breathe. He's talking. He can breathe.
Hey, listen,
right?
they lawyer.
They thought that bogus ass.
No. That lawyer that they had, bro, he was like, collect the check. He's like, man, I'm going here. I'm gonna collect this check. This shit's a L. I'm gonna do what I can. But nigga, you going to jail. And that's just what that was. I guarantee that was flowing through his head. I'm going to do my best, but this is an L.
All I can say is Derek Chauvin. You going to jail now.
Hey, don't drop the
You going
soap.
to jail now.
Like Boots say.
Don't drop the soap.
Bag ain't in Louisiana, boy.
Ooh, the booty
Oh,
goons.
I like this question. South Florida just said, how many years does he need to get to satisfy us as a people? I love the question.
100.
Like,
I love the question.
I said like.
For life, yeah.
yeah,
Like for life.
Yeah.
Like forever? Forever?
He'll probably want to hang himself then, and that's a fact.
Well, he's already on watch.
Why?
Because
Where?
he knows what's gonna happen if he gets into Gen Pop.
Oh, he's not going to. They separated him as soon as he got there.
Gotta go for life, bro.
Yeah.
So we can stand on that, right? That we expect that if Chauvin don't go to jail for life, it's not good enough.
Nah. What if he kills himself? Is that good enough?
Well, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish that shit on nobody, bro. I mean, that is the easy way out, though.
Exactly. You ain't got to face it.
Right.
I want to serve all that time. I want to see gray hairs.
Oh, DA says death penalty for him.
Ooh.
He wants to see him die.
Eye for an eye. Ooh, that was a movie.
That's what
If
we
he
said.
gets,
I love that movie.
South Florida said if he gets 20 years, it's a loss, bro.
Yeah.
I want a life sentence.
How about, okay, 40 or over? Is that sufficient? 40 or more?
All right, so hold on. We gotta sit down and we gotta look at some things.
Okay, let's do that.
We gotta look at some things. This is us being realistic and looking at things from a holistic view, because what South Florida said made some sense. Like, you got some situations where babies' faces have been burned off. You understand? And these are children. You understand? You have some real horrific situations.
Right.
As murder.
Mm-hmm.
20 to 25 type time. You understand?
But they
what
do
I'm
take the egregiousness of the murder into effect when they do sentences.
Absolutely. So let's take the same thing. In
Same
effect.
approach. Gotcha. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we have to look at.
Well, a life sentence is 20 years in some cases.
No, when DA said an eye for an eye, I agree when I say life for life. I don't mean 20 years. I mean life for life.
Let's keep that chair.
I'm also speaking from a standpoint of if it was a situation, vice versa, flip, where it was an altercation and just somebody died. Is it the same life for life? You understand what I'm saying? If I suffocated and choked you to death because we had an altercation,
Oh, the
Yeah,
same, the
uniform.
same type. Yeah, I got you.
is it the same eye for an eye, life for life? Because if that's the case, there would be a lot of people in jail for life.
Well, listen.
I just want to throw that out there.
Here's what I would tell you.
Talk to me.
Here's what I tell you. If you ask me about my personal family, right? Because see, to me,
Okay.
we talking about hitting home, right?
Right.
If you talking about my family
Anything in that realm right there.
and you
right.
kill any member of my family,
Right.
I want you dead.
Okay.
I'm not them motherfuckers on TV. I'm not them holier than thou folks that are ready to say, I forgive you.
No, we doing
I ain't forgiving shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. With two toolies, blasting. With the bulletproof vest on, and that's what I gotta do. If you come after my wife and my kids,
Not Thule. You ready?
yeah, nah, it's going down, bro.
Yeah.
It's going down. I'm like on some movie shit. Like, I'm studying you for years. Just so I can torture you for...
What's that movie? I can't think of the movie. It's a female. They killed her family, and she went after them. Peppermint.
Columbia.
Oh, DA made a point. DA said, listen, ARAB, Philly rapper, he doing 40 years just for selling drugs.
That's the system.
But that's why we know that the system is working the way it's intended to work.
Exactly.
But we're talking about this whole 20 year shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm
So at
saying.
the end of the day, if we get sentenced to 40 years for selling drugs,
And he get 20 for murder. It's not no.
and he's supposed to be a civil servant.
But that's what I'm saying though. So we gotta be looking at it realistically though. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be looking at it realistically because like Dave just said, ARAB 40 years selling drugs, yeah, that's real. ARAB could have been out here just committing murders instead of selling drugs and getting paid off at that same type time in 2025. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I feel where we coming from, but we just gotta look at it from a standpoint of it definitely was a win. I definitely feel like it should be an eye for an eye, life for life, just like I said, you know what I mean? But only due to the fact.
Because you're not being honest if you don't talk about it from the standpoint of imagine that was your daughter.
No, absolutely, but it's not just.
Which is why I'm saying I gotta be honest and say I would say eye for an eye.
It's not just from a family standpoint. I'm speaking from the uniform. Because you have more power than the regular civilian.
And you have more expectations.
Absolutely. So that's why I say we have to speak or hold. If we hold them to a higher standard,
accountability,
they should be held to a higher time as well.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why you should get the same time as a regular civilian or less time as a regular civilian. You should get more because you were held to a higher standard.
You're trained.
You understand what I mean? So I stand on the fact that when we look at it, let's look at it for what it is. You had the power and you abused it. You abused it in ways in which you didn't just do it once or twice. You did it 3 times. And you were caught those 3 times. You don't know what you did on or off the clock. You know? So it definitely was a win.
I don't mean to laugh. But dude, South Florida Sid is a fool, brother. He says at DA, this isn't the Old West. Wyatt Earp is dead and buried. That's not how it works. We don't do the eye for an eye. You take the light, you lose theirs, right? But listen, South Florida Sid, I'm gonna tell you right now, South Florida Sid. And listen, I know you. Somebody came at your family, bro. You might not kill that motherfucker yourself, but you will pay a bitch to do it. I know you, brother.
Hitman.
And not to say that you are that type of dude, but at the core, I know how much you love your family. I know you're not finna tolerate nobody coming at your family. You know what I mean? Ray D threw it out there. Black cop that killed a yoga instructor in Minnesota got 12 years. Right?
And look at what DA said. Absolutely.
But if you kill a cop, it's automatic death. Listen, think about your boy. What's your boy in Orlando with the eye patch now? He shot his girlfriend who was pregnant, and he shot the cop. And the cop was an AKA black dude.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. That's a while ago.
That's not my boy though.
No. I don't mean your boy. I don't mean your boy.
Let's just clarify.
It's generic you. Generic you. It ain't none of our boys.
Right.
You don't know that nigga. I can't even remember his name.
Yeah, I can't. I know you're talking about.
But listen, here's what I do know. And DA probably knows his name. If you know it, throw it in there, DA.
That's
but it's sure man's in them. No. It's your man's in them.
Poppy Mason.
But no, dude, listen, he turned himself in. He gave up. Dude got in the car with 2 eyes. He got out and had to have an eye patch. Like, they beat the shit out of him so bad, taking him to the police station. They knocked his eyeball. From the time they get your ass to the time you die. Don't get to the station. But rifle and you start killing all kinds of people, cops included. They'll take you by Burger King and shit before they take you to the prison.
Right.
It's crazy. Markeith Lloyd, Ray D threw it out there. Markeith Lloyd is who I'm talking about. That's the buddy that they beat him so bad, his eyeball came out, bro. Like, he wears an eye patch now. He was swole up, beat up, and he got in the car looking normal. He was fine.
They took him to a secluded area.
So you're right. Listen, automatic death penalty for that.
Yeah.
So I don't have no sympathy for Show. I don't have no sympathy for none of these cats. Give them everything.
Mm-hmm.
Put their ass in Gen Pop and let them go.
Oh, yeah. I know they salivate.
You know what I'm saying? Mark their ass like this with the scarlet letter.
Hey, listen.
So that everybody in Gen Pop know, oh, they used to be a cop and they in jail for killing a minority.
Oh, they already know.
That's how they should go out. Like, stone that motherfucker to death, bro.
I think it's gonna happen though.
Stone them.
I think the CEOs in there, they gonna team up. They gonna probably let a few people get to them. I think it's gonna happen. If you ask me.
Well, here's what we standing on, I guess. At the end of the day, If you killed a minority and you was a cop, your ass belong in jail. Point blank, period. And at the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm gonna take my small win with this Chauvin trial and see where we go. And hopefully, this is a win, and this is a trend I wouldn't mind seeing continue. And I think we can agree on that. And I'm gonna stand on the fact that this is the trend I want to see continue. You want me to start having faith in some stuff that's going on in this country? That's the trend I need to see moving forward.
What I stand on is justice is justice. What G-Man just said is he wants to see justice moving forward. How simple is that?
Right, we don't ask for complicated shit. That's the crazy part.
Like, how simple is that? Like, that's the only trend is justice. And yeah, I stand on the fact that I want to see a justice trend moving forward.
I want to see that trend as well. But again, I don't believe in the system. I was never for the system, so therefore, I can't have faith in the system and believe that they're going to do their part.
That's why I said ain't no faith. I want to see results.
That's it. As G-Man say, I'm all about results and get shit done. I want them to get that shit done. So if I start to see convictions on convictions on convictions, when individuals kill black people unjustly, all right, I may then start to have faith. But at this point, I don't. So that's why I don't have faith in it. But I would like to see that trend though, and I stand on that.
Well, here's what we gonna do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And listen, South Florida said, "Lump, you a libertarian."
That's
listen,
me, brother.
I'm a Garveyite, brother. So it is what it is. So listen, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stand on that. We're gonna stand on this win. We're gonna stand on justice moving forward. That we shouldn't have to be begging for it in the first place, but
Correct.
Justice moving forward, right? Let's see something good. Let's see something change. We're gonna take a quick minute. We're gonna pay some bills. B-Side Radio. We're gonna do some things, right? So let's pay some bills. Facebook Live, stay with us because we not really going nowhere, but we're gonna pay these bills and come right back. And matter of fact, it looks like it's about to get dim, so we're gonna try to get some extra light out here to make sure that y'all can still see and hear us. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come right back. Y'all gonna stay where y'all at, and we're gonna appreciate y'all just like we always do. Thank you for being here because you could be anywhere else in the world, but you choosing to vibe and rock with us.
Most definitely.
So come kick it with us for the cigar moment that we got coming up next.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the next topic is about LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah.
And LeBron not standing on what he should be standing on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And here's the thing, I don't ever criticize LeBron off the court. I don't ever criticize LeBron off the court. He's made all the moves I like to see a black athlete make. But this one, LeBron, you succumb to the pressure in my opinion, big dog. But we about to talk about that. So stay right there, especially cats like South Florida said, Ray Jr., if you out there, I know y'all LeBron fans, all the LeBron fans, I want y'all to be here for this combo.
How's that?
We gonna be right back. Lump, take us out, man.
All right, here we go, folks.
Hey, do me a favor, hit power on that speaker, bro.
Hit it one time.
Oh, it's making it, so it should be done. I'm gonna grab the light. I almost forgot about the light. Hey, is that speaker still on? Is the green light on? Because it's not connected. That's why I'm asking. It's connected to something else. Hey, slide to me real quick. Because I gotta get this light out of here. I think it's. What do we have with the audio? Oh, it's that speaker. Facebook Live. Hey, y'all bring a friend, man. Bring a friend.
I'm starting to see spaceships on things.
My bad, brother. I just wanted to. While we was rocking, I was gonna give the people something to bop to.
Started calling me. I'm in the zone. See my doctor.
Hey.
I'm in the zone. I wanna fly. Sports calling now. Kick up, kick up, kick up. I'm kick up, kick up, kick up.
Hey, y'all bring a friend. Tell them about the podcast. We jumping. You got these topics going on. Y'all tell somebody, bro. We stand on that. Tell a friend. Tell them to come on and get some of these this conversation. Facebook Live, Facebook Live.
Try to blow my high, you will get killed. It's real again, real hell. Running, I don't keep shit low. Blow my gun right in front of GoPro.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all share the live, share the live. Hey, get up and do my dance real quick.
I'm in the zone and I'm supposed to be a star. Yeah, get a renegade stuff that's a star. And I'm starting to see spaceships on things. I roll with gangsta, feel poppers and
They want to bring the two chairs together and sit in the middle.
Knuckles, Buddy, and Fame, but I got sisters like Yasmin. Chocolate Porsche, they dangerous. I fly like blades. I'm burning hurt. Real power heads, I'm burning hurt. Get music, earning turf. Why you
We good with that? Yeah.
I'm in the zone. See my doctor. It's coming.
One second. Talk to the people, Barry. Talk to the people.
Man, you know, it's a beautiful Sunday. I'm hoping everybody tapping in and sharing, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. We appreciate y'all doing it. We got 2 more topics plus some poetry. So make sure that y'all stay tuned in, you know?
Oh yeah. Bring a friend, tell a friend, and bring 2 more friends so we can both join in.
Yeah.
That's that Biggie line. Y'all know about that? That's that Biggie line. Hey, Bo.
Sit on the rock. Sit on the rock.
That's nice.
You get a little ice though? There you go, brother.
We ready. We ready. We ready.
B-side. Shout out to B-side, yo.
Hey, I gotta do something for South Florida City real quick. Hey, South Florida City, bro. I ain't gonna let you down. I just want to play something for the world for South Florida City. Hey, this for you, South Florida City. Right. Yeah, we out here on the porch in Orlando. We ain't in Miami though. Hey, but we go to jail like we is with the 305. Put on skates. Put on skates. Skate slide. Skate slide. Pump ride. Hey, get it right. Skate ride. Skate ride.
city. Hey, Reposito City. Hey, Reposito City. Hey, where my hoes at? Where my hoes at? Where my hoes at?
What's up?
Where my
around here,
hoes
say
at?
what's up. South for the shit, South for the shit. Over like a goose, over like a goose.
Hey.
South for the shit, South for the shit.
Hey.
Over like a goose, over like a goose.
Say what's up to the Haitians.
Step with him for the zone. Step with him, step with him
Sac
for
out
the zone.
Haitians.
Northwest, south, and south. Northwest, south,
Sac
south.
out there.
South, I say, south, I say,
Nabule.
oh. South, I say, south, I say,
Nabule.
oh. South, I say, south, I say, oh.
Hey, yo, y'all boys are stupid. Hey, we back in the bop though. We back in the bop. We back in the bop, y'all. Man, listen, y'all give me some love, man. I'm back. I'm back.
He's so excited though.
I'm geek, bro.
Shout out to the city, man. Shout out to the city.
You know what I mean? So listen, we back, and we gotta keep talking. And our conversation is about to kind of stay in the same vein that it was in. Right? We're not finna go where we were per se, but I want to talk about the fact that I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I started looking up to like the way LeBron was handling life. And I'm not saying I'm off that. I'm not saying I'm off that. Let me be very clear to the peoples. You know what I'm saying? I'm not off that. Like, I'm not on some, you get to make one mistake, like, in my opinion or whatever, and then, like, it's over.
You get canceled, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not with the cancel culture vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to talk about the fact that at the end of the day, LeBron was doing exactly what I always felt like LeBron has done since he's been in the position that he's been in.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And so LeBron James deleted a tweet that he had targeting the police officer who fatally shot 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant. Okay? LeBron called out the cop. He called him out. Right? And basically, here's where he's at, right? Because I want to make sure that we understand that LeBron came out and said, "You're next." After the verdict was read for the Chauvin trial, he said, "You're next." Not like we finna come kill you, right? But you finna go to jail next.
Right.
You're next. And then there was some pressure on him. There was some pressure, of course.
From who?
From everybody, bro.
Right.
Listen, from the NBA, from the people, from everybody who wants to believe that LeBron is supposed to, like he
Stay in his lane.
like he's not supposed, like he just shut up and dribble type vibe.
Stay in his lane. Yeah.
Right? And so, listen, LeBron came back out, right? And he defended where he was at. And so I just want to read y'all the tweet where he kind of came back to kind of explain where he's at. And he said, "Listen, I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system. And they always use our words to create more racism. I am so desperate for more accountability." Right? And so, here's what LeBron is saying, right? Listen, if y'all gonna try to use my tweet as a distraction from what we need to be talking about, I'll take it down. Right? But we just talked about this justice system. We just talked about the desire to see something different, man. To see something different. And we not seeing it. And we want to see it. We thirsty, we hungry. Pop did an interview a while back, and he said, listen, you take a bunch of people and you put them outside of a room, right? They hungry. They ain't ate. And you got, and they know, they see the door open. They see steaks on the table. They see ham. They see, you know what I'm saying? Fish. They see everything on there. Just a fucking buffet of all galore. But I can't get in the room. And I'm hungry. Pop said, you're going to continuously see a growth in the aggression and the volume, right? It's going to start off with, please let us in, we hungry. Please let us in, we hungry, please. Right? It's going to start with some basic stuff like that, right? Then it's going to be no food, no peace, no food, no peace, right? Until eventually it gets to a point where they're going to progress to where they're going to kick the fucking door in. and they gonna get this food. So now we at a point where, like, listen, I feel like we at a point where it's not just black people. There's enough people across the board who are tired of seeing this shit, and we getting ready to kick the door in.
Oh yeah.
And so what LeBron is saying is, listen, don't use me as a distraction. No. Let's keep talking about what we need to talk about. My question is, should he have taken the tweet down? Should LeBron have taken the tweet down? Or is it reasonable to understand what he was doing? Like, because on one side, I get it. Stand on that. Leave that tweet up. You can still make your second tweet. Right? But then I also understand not wanting to be the distraction. So, now I'm starting with you. Should he have taken it down?
There's two sides of it for me, right? One side is you have, all right, I want to support my black people, right? I want to put on for them. I want to make sure, I want them to let them know, hey, I hear you. I'm with you. I'm riding with you. I got that. Like, I'm on that, right? So he made his stance. LeBron has always been speaking up. You know what I mean? Shouts out to him on that. You know what I mean? And I applaud that all day long. Now he's this big mogul, right? He has endorsement deals. He got sponsorship. He got all this, right? So part of me, like, says to me, he was bending. And he got calls, he got emails, he got messages. Yo, this is a negative light. We don't want to see you in this. It's start to become a national case. I think it's going to hurt your brand. So therefore, I want you to turn that. I want you to take that off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So part of me, like, I think you're made up enough. You have enough income coming in. You have enough sponsorship. You're doing your own thing. I don't think you need those other sponsorships and everything going on unless you want to be their puppet, as I would like to say. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because if you're going to do that, if you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to take it down, you're succumbing to what they're saying. That you're afraid of losing that image, that this positive image that you have out there, and you don't want to lose those sponsorships. So part of me, like, yeah, I'm riding for my people, but then at the same token, I don't want to lose my sponsorship because I'm worried about me and my family.
And listen, that's a point, right? That's a point. And listen,
that's how I'm looking at it.
Now, and I feel you. Now, here's what South Florida Sid said. Right? South Florida Sid just chimed in and he said that wasn't the same as the Derek Chauvin case in the George Floyd situation. It wasn't, right? Because listen, somebody come at my kid with a knife like that, I don't need the police to do it. I'm gonna do it, right? You come at my daughter like that, you're going down, right? But here's where I'm at, right? Even though I understand the complexity of it isn't the same. South Florida Sid says, listen, I think he took it down because the situation wasn't as cut and dry as the George Floyd case.
Doesn't matter.
Right? And that could be a point too.
Don't matter.
But it could be a point, right?
It could. I acknowledge that, but I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have said, listen, bro, there's a lot you might not know about this case. And he could have backed down from that, but he didn't put that out there either, though. So I don't know. What's your thoughts, Bird? Give me the bird's eye view on this one.
Well, who you are has a lot to do with what you say. If I said those same things, I'm sorry, it wouldn't hit as hard. I don't have those endorsements. I'm not nationally known. Like, who you are has a lot to do with what you say and how it affects people.
Tell them. Say it again.
Who you are has a lot to do with what you say and how it affects people. And when we look at what it is that LeBron said, we're talking about it right now. Put it like that. Right. Facts. We're talking about it right now. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the point of should he have taken it down or should he have keeping it up, he has the right to do whichever one, because we as a people take down and keep up pictures all day long, tweets all day long. We do it. It doesn't matter. It goes unnoticed. It's who he is. It's who he is and what he did and why we're speaking about it. Because, for example, we thought that when he put that up there that he was standing on something. And that could have just been a thought that he felt, that he thought it. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But he can't do that. That's what sucks. That he can't have a true freedom of speech and do what he wants to do with these words because of who they affect, how they affect them and who follows you. People follow you from children to adult. From child to adult, people follow you. But that's a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing due to the fact of we understand that if we're looking at Charles Barkley, I'm not a role model. LeBron is. I'm sorry. He has children. He goes
Barkley
to the,
was too, whether he wanted to be or not.
right. I'm just speaking
But I feel you.
from the words.
Yeah.
From the words, because
I'm with
who
you.
you are and what you say. Barkley said that probably before Bird was even born out here. You know what I'm saying? But it affects Bird right now because of who he was and what he said. You understand what I'm saying? And it's the same with LeBron. LeBron has kids, man. LeBron is speaking from not only him, but you're right, his family. That's a big protection. Just like you said, if it was your daughter, that's your main protection. You know what I mean? But should he have taken it down? To be honest with you, he has every right to do so. It's not a should. He has every right to do so. Yes. He could have taken it down if he felt like it was affecting things around him within his family, his bag. Yes. Like everything. You have to understand that when you hit a certain point that is not just political no more, it's business. You know, business and politics run hand in hand.
South Florida said, what's your thoughts, man? Like, I know you a staunch LeBron supporter when it comes to a lot of stuff he does.
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know your stance. Like, are you disappointed in LeBron? And this is for everybody in the chat, bro. Like, are you disappointed in LeBron for taking the tweet down? Or, like, does he still hold the same standard that he held beforehand? Like, this didn't really hurt him. Because, listen, at the end of the day, he created conversation. He didn't run from it. He's still having the conversation. And the conversation is taking place.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we typically at least want to start. We want to at least be there, right? To where we can talk about it.
Right.
Right? Because I'm so tired of hearing this shit about when y'all gonna get over this type of shit, or
Right.
if you just do what they say, you won't have no problems. That's bullshit.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna stand on this, and I stood on this before, and I'm gonna say this shit again. If you black and you live in America, if you live anywhere, don't call the police on regarding no domestic issues. Don't ever invite the police into your crib, because once you do that, it ain't your crib no more. You don't have any right.
What do you mean by domestic, brother?
I mean,
can you clarify that?
I'm not calling the police for nothing that goes on with my family or at my house. Anything that got to do with me and my family or my house, or my things that belong to me, I'm not inviting the police in to try to mediate a problem between me and my spouse or between me and my kids. Even if you're not my friend and you come on my property, I'm still not calling the police to mediate it. When I decide that I'm done hearing you talk, I'm going to put a bullet in your ass for being on my property. You can either leave peacefully, or we can do what we got to do. But I'm not inviting the police into my crib for that, because guess what? You know how many times people have called the police to protect them, and they ended up in jail? They ended up dead?
This host with the young girl. So, but, you know.
So, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I can't see the whole comment. I don't know if you can expand it out there, Mr. Insight, Mr. Daily Insight, but South Florida Sid said, I think LeBron shouldn't have spoke on it. That cop saved the girl's life, in my opinion. If he had no shot, that girl would have been stabbed to death. If he had not shot, then the girl would have been stabbed to death. And then DA comes in and says, listen, he could have tased Marquia Bryant. You know what I'm saying? And listen, here's what, and all I'm saying is, listen, if you call the police, understand that you don't have control over the situation no more. They now take your role as head of household.
Yeah.
They get to decide who lives, who dies, everything.
Jurisdiction.
Because you brought them into your house.
Give them that jurisdiction.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
okay.
So South Florida City says, listen, he shouldn't have spoke on it. He shouldn't have even spoke on it.
Why? Why, Sid? Why?
He said because if that cop didn't shoot that girl, then Marquia Bryant would have stabbed the other girl to death.
We don't know that. Because he shot her.
Never know.
Because he shot her. We don't know that for sure.
It's fair to assume, because she was coming hard with that knife though.
Assumptions. What do they say about people who assume? That's beyond.
But we having a conversation.
I
So
get it.
for the
I get
sake
it.
of conversation,
Mhm.
we can say, is it likely that she would have at least stabbed the girl?
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay, so what we can say is that her intentions were to harm her. No matter what type of way it was, her intentions were to harm her.
She had intention to harm.
Okay, you know, and what we have to look at is the simple fact that, like G-Man said, once the police are called, the situation is out of your hand, but that's the reason why you called them, because you felt like you couldn't control the situation or didn't want to deal with it.
Right.
So let's be clear on that. Like, you know when the situation is out of your hands and you need backup. If the police are your backup, fine. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when we're dealing with children, there has to be a different way in which we deal with children.
A different policy, a different protocol, basically.
Like, we're dealing
Okay.
with children.
And listen, and that goes to what DA is saying. DA is like, listen, he could have tased her.
Of course.
Right?
You
He was
shouldn't
standing in close enough range, he could have tased her.
You, when we're dealing with children, the gun shouldn't even be bought. We're dealing with children.
And DA made a good point, right? These officers are trained. They go through extensive training. I know police officers. I know certified licensed police officers, road certified officers. I know what they train to do. They're trained. They are trained. That doesn't mean that they're all good at it, but they're trained
Absolutely.
to de-escalate situations, wrestle down culprits, right? Render them defenseless in some way, shape, or form. It ain't always got to be just pull out the gun and shoot and kill. Right? DA said, listen, they wrestle weapons out of white men's hands all the time.
Absolutely.
But that goes back to let's see if the situation was different. What if they were white girls?
And what you just said, DA just said, I bet 100,000 he wouldn't have shot her if she was white.
Yes.
But
Yes.
this is the thing though. What I'm saying is the same way, and I'm not speaking from adults, man. The same way that we handle white people, we need to handle our children, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is our next upcoming. Like, and these are adults killing children.
Yeah.
These are adults
Yeah.
killing children. Adults with power killing children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's one thing when it's an adult to adult. You know, we look at it a little different. Like, oh, police power. These are children. These barely teenagers. 2 years in your teens. You know what I'm saying? 3+ years in your teens, man. You ain't even hit a buck, not even 20 years old, and you've been on the force 25 years. These are children, man. Children. You've been on the force longer than I've been alive.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, because South Florida City brought this up. And listen, I'm with you on the whole thing, these are children. You're the father of the girl that was being attacked.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Is he wrong for calling the police?
Absolutely not. The situation was out of his hands.
Okay, so if you're him, how do you feel? Right, because it was your daughter being attacked. You're the one that called the police. How do you feel now that the situation is completely resolved, right? Because I know no parent wanted that
resolved.
Well, here's what I mean.
Talk to me.
I know that young lady is dead.
Yes.
Right? So there's closure for her, unfortunately, in this situation. She is out of the picture, and unfortunately, she'll never say good morning to her mother again. She'll never breathe another breath
Absolutely.
again. So at the end of the day, the question becomes, how should he feel? How should he feel? Because it was his phone call, right? And he's protecting his child.
It's not. He has every right to have made the call to the authorities in order to rectify the situation at hand. Now, as far as how he should feel like a father who protected his daughter. He had no idea, and me and Gary was just talking about this before the podcast. He had no idea about what the outcome was going to be. He had an assumption of what he wanted, which was the young lady arrested. He didn't want the young lady killed.
No.
He didn't want the young lady killed. He wanted his daughter protected, the situation rectified, and most likely the young lady in jail. For
He wanted a peaceful resolution.
But sometimes when we do something and make a decision, we don't always know the outcome. Okay? So he has no way in which he should feel except for what he did for. His intentions were well. His intentions were well. He was a father trying to protect his daughter. Now let's speak about the officer. This goes off of the father. This goes to the officer. This goes to the officer. How old was the young girl? How old was the young girl? Not the young girl that passed. The young girl that was about to be harmed.
Roughly same age.
I think they were the same.
Yeah,
age,
roughly.
right?
Okay. Okay. So
I know Markia Bryant, the one who passed away, was actually bullying the girl. A couple of our people have commented that too. She was bullying the girl, which is why Markia came after her. Like, I'm sick of this shit.
Absolutely.
You know
Absolutely. You just said in this podcast that is always two sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about the side of the bully to the person that was being bullied. I'm talking about what was she going through. Let's not just dismiss that like that.
Yeah.
Let's not just counter, oh, she was being bullied, no pity. These are kids. Like, let's not just dismiss that like that, bro. Like, you don't know what she was going through to even have pity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's not just dismiss that. These are kids.
South Florida Sid said, listen, what's wrong with these kids? They can't fight no more. Use your hands, baby.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
But listen, we fought so hard to give our kids the shit we didn't have. We forgot to give them some of the shit we did have. You know what I'm saying? We forgot to give them some of the shit they did have. And listen, I think, listen, some small decisions I made worked out with my kids better than they ever could have.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting my son in football put him in a situation where you in a locker room with 50 other dudes,
Right.
you gonna scrap up.
Right.
It's like, it's gonna happen.
Right.
So, did I tell my son, go out, fight, do all of this? No, but I gave him some basic information, and then he applied what he needed to apply, but at the same time, being in a situation where football team is like family, you might scrap, but you ain't gonna kill nobody, you ain't gonna hurt nobody, right? So we gonna slap box, we gonna do whatever. I'm gonna get my point across to you though, I know that, right? So my son learned how to use them hands just through basic experience in life, but I didn't necessarily give him everything I should have gave him. I just got lucky that what I gave him plus what he got from some other stuff, it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But our kids these days ain't doing that, bro. We're not putting our kids in a situation to where they can defend themselves.
Check this out, though, G. You put them in that situation, but let me tell you this. I'm from a place where you put him in that situation, and that's great. That's great. Put your son in a situation where he knows how to defend himself. But he may come across someone who's in a situation who don't give a fuck about no self-defense because they got something on him that's about to blow his life away.
Yeah.
And that's the generation that we in right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm teaching
Because
my son.
but we haven't taught him how to deal with the emotional shit either.
Absolutely, and that's where we go back to bullying.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Well,
saying?
because the shit that they call bullying today, we did that shit every day in school. It was
For play.
listen, I watch it on Wild 'N Out every
Come on,
day.
bro.
When Wild 'N Out come on,
facts.
right? Like it's
You're
every day.
speaking facts,
That's
bro.
not bullying, bro.
You're speaking facts, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You speaking big facts though through a social bullying, through the internet. No, you speaking facts.
Oh,
bro.
you joning? Oh, okay. I got something for you.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I get you.
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro,
It's a lost art. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. That shit, it's a lost art.
It's a change. It's an excuse now.
bro, we used to snap on each other like your mama's so fat, she sat on the nickel
Some
and
of
the book about out.
some of the things that we wouldn't even say right now. And you know that the second that the joke gets too far, we're fighting.
Absolutely.
Ain't no shoe in on it. We're fighting.
Baddest man hit my hand.
You like, come on.
Baddest man
bro.
hit my hand.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? In the area we grew up in, here South Florida City, in the area he grew up in, when the cops come, we run.
Yeah.
Right? But listen, how and this goes to Markia Bryant's mental state. Where did she have to be that she didn't even run for her own life? She attacked a police officer. She actually had no regard for her own life in that moment.
Okay.
And I get that he's the adult, he's the trained individual. He's supposed to be able to de-escalate, figure this out without somebody dying. I'm not taking, but what I'm saying is just saying, we talking about emotional states and how we even got to this place. What was her mindset to go like, I'm not running, I'm gonna jump at this cop?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care what her mindset was.
I'm with that.
I don't care what her mindset was. First things first, she was white, her mindset wouldn't have mattered. Second thing, when it comes to the juvenile justice system, you can't tell me that within that juvenile justice system, when you go to jail, that you don't deal with kids that have come from troubled backgrounds,
Yeah.
that are coming at you with different situations. I don't want the excuse, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care what her mindset was, bro. Because when she would have went to jail, do you know what would have happened? She would have had to deal with somebody else with those same issues.
Yeah.
But she would have still been alive. I don't care what her mindset was. You understand what I'm saying? And we don't get put on video about the young white girl dying because it won't happen. It won't happen. It will not happen. And just like how you said we don't call police, they don't either.
They don't either.
They call a friend of the police department.
Right.
Yeah, they may call someone to de-escalate the situation who's in the police department. They know they
They're
have
not calling
that.
911.
They're not calling 911.
Just like they don't go to the child support office.
No,
Ooh.
no,
Just like they don't go to the child support office.
no.
White women don't go to the child support office on their man.
Wow.
You know why? Because the expectation in the white community is that if I go to them, I get less.
Come on, bro.
But in our community, if I don't go there at all, I'm not gonna get anything.
Come on, bro.
We got some things that we gotta fix, bro. But back to the topic though, because we went left, but we deserve to go left. Because listen,
And it's
this
still
shit
all
affect
ties
us, bro.
into the same
It
young
all
lady.
ties in, bro.
Same young lady, man.
Yeah, South Florida City. I said that shit, bro. I stand on that. White women don't go to the child support office. White people don't call the police. It just don't happen, bro. I stand on that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I am. Here's where I'm at, though. I want to kind of go to the opposite side of where the rest of the world was at with this kind of. It seemed like outrage or whatever about LeBron taking the tweet down, right? I'm on the other side of it. Because here's what he did. His initial reaction was to comment on it. That lets me know he ain't forgotten nothing about who he is, where he from, and who he out here to protect. Right? At the end of the day, there's always an art to communication, especially depending on your stature. Here's what he didn't do. He didn't deviate from the conversation. He didn't delete it and disappear.
He stood on what he said.
He deleted it, and then he came back and he rephrased it to say, you know what? I ain't got to say it this way, but I want y'all to understand there's anger out here. There's emotional responses that ain't always strategically placed.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's what I'm saying. I want fucking accountability. And y'all not going to use me as a distraction. So LeBron, I fucks with you, bro. Keep standing on your shit. Keep standing up for the shit you believe in. Keep standing up for us. Use your voice for what you need to use your voice for. I rocks with LeBron right now, bro.
I'm going to stand on the fact that even if LeBron would have tweeted, I got kids too, it would have been a problem. I respect the fact that he has the freedom to say and do whatever it is that he pleases. I respect the fact that he took it down, but he did not run away. So I stand on the fact that I still stand with LeBron in the way in which he dealt with the situation.
What you standing on over there, Mr. Daily Insight? Shades on.
Oh yeah, that light is blinding the fuck out of me, but it's all good. Stand on the fact that I appreciate him putting it up first. You know what I mean? He's always demonstrated a
Social awareness.
yes, and never deviated from it. I love that. But I'm standing on. I think he should have left it up. Just fuck you. Fuck all my sponsors. Fuck all the my. That's just me, bro. Like I think you have a big enough brand. You have a big enough voice. You can create some shit, bro. Like you're in a space right now. All that other shit, like the hell, like you know what I mean. You dealt with worse, is what I'm saying. You dealt with worse, and I think he should have just kept it up and like you know what, fuck all y'all, as Tupac would say, and just rock it out and deal with.
I wouldn't have been mad at him if he reposted the picture when people started tripping. I'd have reposted the picture when they painted nigger across his house.
Listen, my point. He's dealt with worse. That's all I'm saying. And I was gonna bring that shit up, but But again, there was no need to. But again, he's dealt with worse. You know what I mean? I think he can handle it, and that's what I stand on. He should have left that shit up.
And listen, and I'm with you, and I get that, right? But here's where we are too, right? We know that LeBron's impact. Shout out to South Florida State because this is his point. LeBron's impact has been huge on and off the court.
Yeah.
Bro, he's had the closest impact to Ali off the court or off the whatever ground he gained his popularity on.
I disagree. I would say
I'm
Kaepernick.
talking about on social issues.
Oh, so.
Listen,
Consistent.
Ali did it over a course of. Listen,
Course of now. All right.
Kaepernick was huge on this issue, this police brutality thing, right? And his sacrifice was greater than anyone.
He sacrificed. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say.
His sacrifice was greater than anyone.
There we go.
But LeBron opening his mouth, as you said earlier, the impact of LeBron opening his mouth, that motherfucker said cap. Come on, Ray D. What's cap? Tell me what's cap, Ray D. But LeBron's impact off the court, being able to say what he says, to bring the attention to the stuff he brings the attention to galvanize the NBA the way he's starting to do that, bro, that don't happen without LeBron being at the center of that. I know Chris Paul was there. I know Carmelo was there. I know a lot of guys were a part of this. But if y'all don't think LeBron was the loudest voice in the room, meaning people wanted to hear what he had to say more than anyone else,
he could do more.
I want to say this.
He could do more.
From that statement, I would never put LeBron and Muhammad Ali in the same.
I didn't say that. I said he's the closest to that impact.
That's just.
That's why
I'm not putting him in the same. Here's what I'm saying. Muhammad Ali is here. LeBron is here.
But when we speak
But
about,
there's no one else in this gap.
No, there definitely is, because
Who?
when we speak about sacrifice,
No.
Muhammad.
I was saying that Kaepernick had a greater sacrifice. I was talking about, but I'm talking about impact of voice.
it's for, and I respect
So
that.
sacrifice is different than impact of voice.
You're absolutely right. Let's clarify that. You're absolutely right. But when we're talking about impact as well,
Both, basically.
we're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
yeah.
impact as
Yeah.
well. Kaepernick is the
Talk to me.
only individual that I would
He gave up
put.
everything.
And when it comes to Muhammad, that's something else that
Same
we can
thing.
say as well.
Yeah.
You understand what
Jail
I'm saying?
time and bullshit like that.
Right,
but
I don't think LeBron's going to go to that extent.
Okay, but hold on, hold on.
That's what
But I feel you.
that's what I'm saying. LeBron, I don't think LeBron's going to go to that
This is
extent and
a
lose
lovely
everything to be like, you know what, I'm going to stand on this shit. I don't
This
think
is a
LeBron
lovely
is that.
ground.
I don't think he's
I'm
there
with
yet. I don't think he's there yet.
No, and listen.
I don't think he's there yet.
And he's never going to be there.
Why?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Why?
Let me tell you.
Talk to me.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
He's never going to be there. And the reason why he's never going to be there is because, unlike Ali, unlike Kaepernick, they want to see LeBron.
Say that again. Rephrase that for me.
They didn't want to see Ali. When Ali refused to fight for the military, when they put him in jail, they did what they wanted to do. They buried him, bro. They thought he was never coming back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ali had to win a Supreme Court fight to come back.
Right.
Yes, correct.
Absolutely.
They didn't want to see him. Just like they was like, Kaepernick, who the fuck is Kaepernick? No.
Right. Okay.
They killed his career.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The difference with Ali was he fought his way back and said, listen, y'all ain't good enough to stop me from doing what I'm doing and saying what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And Ali kept saying what he had to say. What I'm saying is they want to see LeBron succeed. They're not going to bury LeBron like that.
Wait, okay. Let me, not,
They're not going to bury LeBron like that. So what I'm saying is, over the course of the duration of having a long-term impact and a long-term voice, Ali had the long-term voice over several issues.
Absolutely.
Kaepernick, unfortunately, was only able to address one very poignant issue in our community. He gave up just as much as like Ali did. Gave up everything. LeBron will never make that sacrifice. I can't say he's not willing to, but I don't think he ever will.
No.
And I don't know if he's ever going to have to. But what I'm saying is having a long-term voice and a long-term impact is what I'm talking about.
This is what I respect. I respect the fact that when it comes to Muhammad and LeBron, we can put them on the level from a national standpoint of knowing. Like, you know who Muhammad Ali is, you know who LeBron is. The reason why you wouldn't say that LeBron would do it is because he's LeBron. Like, Kaepernick did what Kaepernick did, but Kaepernick wasn't Kaepernick before he was Kaepernick. Does that make sense? Like, tell me if I'm tripping. Was Kaepernick Kaepernick before he was
I
Kaepernick?
think he made a name for himself
Before he was Kaepernick?
Yes.
Okay. The reason
In my
why
opinion,
this,
yeah.
the reason why I disagree, I feel that what Kaepernick did made a name for himself larger than Kaepernick.
Right.
I see that.
You understand what I'm
Kaepernick
saying?
wasn't a big enough icon to come back the way Ali was a big enough icon to come back.
I can be on that same level ground.
And that's what I'm talking
I
about.
can be on that same level ground. I can be, and same with LeBron. Like, I speak from them on that.
Now
same
listen,
level.
who is it? Ray D said LeBron has a history of whiffing.
Meaning,
And Ray D said Cap is Cap. Wow. Now listen, who's Pilot Young Kenson? Shout out to Pilot Young Kenson because they done made a couple of comments.
Talk to me.
But he said, listen, can you expand that comment from me,
Kaepernick
brother?
wasn't a global
He said he doesn't
icon.
have to. He said that. Well, also South Florida Sid said Kaepernick wasn't a global icon like Ali and LeBron either,
We're on the same
which
page.
is what we're saying, right?
Absolutely.
So while he had a lot to lose, LeBron and Ali are on another level.
Absolutely.
LeBron speaking out is definitely on a level of anyone else since Ali. And then Pilot Young Kenson, shout out to you, brother, said he doesn't have to say more. The fact that LeBron is saying anything at all is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Facts. Knowing he's the face of the NBA, LeBron has a lot to lose, and still he speaks for our
We
community.
spoke. Yeah, big facts on that.
And guess
Big
guess
facts.
what? Nike stands behind him because they know he's influential and he influences. And that's
Absolutely.
exactly
That's
what
what
I'm
we
saying.
said.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
okay,
he said.
so in saying that, that means, and I said he could do more. So if he does more, speak about more, they're still going to back him regardless,
Nah.
right?
Nah,
That's what you're saying, right?
No,
No,
You take up his influence.
I think
he
there's a
takes it too
limitation
far.
to what they're gonna let him do.
Absolutely, there's
A limitation.
Hell,
So this is one of them. Taking a picture that was when they were like, nah, I ain't
Well,
going back
according
on
to Ray D, Ray D said China told that man ease up. You know, China the one producing all this sneakers. So I don't know.
My point exactly. He won't do more because he's strapped. You know what I mean? They got a hold of him.
But guess what he did? He did what most people wouldn't have done. He came back and he still commented.
Mm-hmm.
and let's forget the commenting that he came back on. He still had his first thought of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke his first thought of mine.
What he
As a
really
man,
what he
yeah,
really
as a
wants to say.
man.
As a man, okay, as a man, not as a basketball player, not
Not
as a
as none of
LeBron
that.
James, as a human,
But he-
black
but-
man of this community.
But
say,
when
you know
he
what?
speaks,
That's
he
how I
can't
feel.
separate
He
that.
spoke that, yeah.
Yeah, I
But
know.
when he speaks, the media don't separate that.
Oh,
They're
no,
not
no,
going
no.
to.
We just did. We
Yeah,
just
we did.
separated.
Absolutely.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So here's what I'm saying though. Here's what I'm saying, right? So all I'm saying is when it comes to, because here's the reality. They're giving LeBron more leeway to have these conversations because they know they need him. They want that influence. They want to make money off of him.
But you have we have a threshold of how far you can go. Basically, it's
I think that
that's
I think that at some point in time there's definitely going to be a threshold. But do I think that LeBron would have been at that table with Abdul-Jabbar, with Muhammad Ali, right, with Malcolm X? Remember that and they had the table. He would have been at the table with them boys, with Jim Brown. He would have been at the table.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think LeBron would have been at the table with them boys?
I don't know. Like, because the reasons I just said, I think there's a cap. It's so far, it's so much, or how far he would go. That's what I'm saying. That's my thing.
Well, see, you got to remember, LeBron would have no longer been the loudest voice in the room, and LeBron would have been right there with Ali.
With some other
You
boys.
think that if Ali wasn't telling LeBron, this is your duty? This is your duty. This is your job, bro. You're not here without your people.
There's a lot of disagreements there, brother.
I see one disagreement, right? I see Ray D talking about Cap. I don't know what he talking about Cap is. You know what I'm saying? But South Florida Sid with me, absolutely.
Nah,
Right?
Absolutely
Is it my-
not.
No, South Florida Sid said absolutely. Ray D said absolutely not.
Okay.
Ray D the only one yelling Cap. So talk to me about what I'm saying as Cap.
LeBron absolutely would have been there.
LeBron would have been at the table.
All right.
LeBron would have been at that night in Miami with Sam Cooke.
Well,
One night in Miami, LeBron would have been there.
But what
I don't
are we-
think so.
from
Shout out to Regina King.
from what reference though? Like he would have been there.
He would have been a black athlete that would have been willing to stand up with other black athletes, just like he's doing it. He's trying to do it on modern day level with Chris Paul and Carmelo. It's just that them boys ain't as aggressive with communicating. Carmelo does it. I see Carmelo on Twitter all the time, but Carmelo don't have the draw.
The national.
He don't have the draw that LeBron got. When Carmelo speaks, the whole world don't go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. Okay.
Right? Chris Paul speaks all the time.
Right.
He's a neutral party. He's kind of, you know what I'm saying? But he still stands on the side of black.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, it's just that at the end of the day,
He teeters.
you know what I'm saying? I just think he would have been there with Jim Brown, Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, and here's what I will say, bro. Like, listen, LeBron, like, in today's society, to do what LeBron is doing, when everybody wants to believe that we don't have a right to complain, that we shouldn't be talking, that we should shut up and dribble, LeBron has done everything he could do
Oh,
to make sure,
yeah, I get that.
to make sure that our voices are heard. That shut up and dribble shit ain't flying with him. He not letting them speak that shit.
Okay, so
Michael Jordan ain't say shit. Michael Jordan, my favorite basketball player of all time. But that motherfucker ain't say shit.
Yeah, like he didn't stand on issues. He stood on the court. He didn't teeter.
He didn't do shit.
But this is the thing that I'm gonna say about LeBron, and we can stand on this and continue.
Shout out to Jordan Marshall and thanks for joining.
Most definitely, thank you, and continue to keep it.
Oh, that's
moving.
sis. That's
But
sis.
when it comes down to LeBron James, brother, I want to respect the fact, like I said just prior to, he said what he said and took the risk
Yeah.
without knowing what consequences would came behind it.
So what you saying that basically was enough for you?
It's not that it was enough.
Yeah, like it's not that it was enough. I'm talking about the gamble, bro. He didn't know what was gonna come from that tweet.
Okay, well let's
So
start
he
with this.
still said it.
Name one other person you know of that made a comment that anybody's even talking about.
LeBron.
You feel me? He still said it. Just like how he
The
said
degree of
Nike
separation
still
between
standing.
LeBron and everybody else.
I get your drift.
Okay.
I get that. You made your point. That's why I said LeBron. It wasn't nobody because I said LeBron.
Oh, okay.
You made your point
I'm
already. I
just
got that.
respecting the gamble, brother. We don't know what. He didn't know neither. He didn't call Nike and say, Nike, I'm about to make this tweet.
He just said he was looking. Nah, this is how I feel.
And that's it.
That's all
He
you.
didn't
All right,
know
we,
what was coming from
we can
that.
stand on
So
that.
I
We
respect
can.
it.
But
I can
listen,
stand on that.
and in the moment that he did it, he didn't give a fuck.
Goddamn right.
I can stand on that.
Goddamn right.
Zero fucks given to
All right, LeBron.
LeBron.
I can stand on that.
Goddamn right.
Hey, listen,
I can stand
LeBron,
on
you
that.
got 2 new fans, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna go that far, but you know.
Ah!
But we can stand on that. On your social justice issues, I ain't a fan on you on the court though, because you ain't clutch. But anyway.
Wow.
You bringing a whole nother episode.
Yeah, you know,
You bringing
you
a whole
know,
nother episode.
and I stand on that. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, the comments are flying. I know you fellas, you guys that watch basketball. Yeah.
Facebook Live. Wowzer Rooski.
Yes. Wow. Yes.
Wowzer Rooski.
Wow.
They really say nothing.
Go
about
get
Yes.
this bullshit
Yes.
coming out of this nigga.
Oh, that's not bull. Yeah.
it.
But all right.
Not clutch.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, he was
Compared to
back in the
Jordan,
day. He
We
was.
definitely can't end the conversation standing on that.
He-
Whoa.
Listen.
Well, you can't stand on it, but I can.
Yeah,
That's you know.
nah.
Listen, LeBron has done way too much. He's done way too much later in the career, or you know what I'm saying, to say he's not clutch, bro.
He's a clutch.
Don't get me wrong, and I'm a LeBron critic.
Yeah.
Listen, I remember Game 5 against the Celtics when he quit.
That's all I'm saying.
But that was a long time ago. You also got to remember the way he told Cleveland.
Listen,
He told Cleveland. He told Cleveland with Matthew Dellavedova, or whatever the fuck his name is.
I can keep going left right now, but I'm not gonna do that. All I'm gonna say is, right, when it comes to that, compare him to Jordan when it comes to being clutch. That's what we're doing, but we can't do that. Why? Because we're gonna talk about.
No, you can't compare him to Jordan.
As far as being clutch.
He's not as good as Jordan.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, all right, you rest my case.
Oh,
Yeah, but
nobody's saying that.
Clutch, bro. I'm just saying clutch.
He's not done.
Okay. He's not done. How many more years does he have?
Bro, you can't speak. The conversation can't be had until LeBron is done and the jersey is hung up and he doesn't come back again. and he doesn't come back again.
I
You have
feel
to- like that. That's
Oh,
the only
I-
time in that conversation.
Jordan
Jordan still came back and was being spoken about. Like he wasn't shitty when he came back. Now that's
Jordan was 40 years old, dropping 20 and 10.
okay.
No, 45.
Jordan was
let's
stop,
stop
he was 40
Like,
years
let's
old,
stop
dropping
that.
20 and
Like,
10.
let's stop that. We can't even have the conversation until that's done, bro.
Listen, and I'm not, South Florida said, I'm not entertaining this bullshit
Yeah,
that you put in the chat talking about if he wins one more, he's the
Hell
GOAT.
no.
Come on, bro. Stop this shit. Stop the fuckery, bro.
Conversation can't be had till it's done, till it's
Which,
over with.
listen, we can keep going, but I'm not. Just hey, we gon' I stand on that. That's just what it is, and I guess we just gonna move on to the next topic because I can keep going.
Oh, listen, no, I know, but I just want to let the world know because if LeBron ever tunes in and here's a clip of this shit,
Yeah.
I need him to know that you said that shit, right?
Pow. That's me.
Because listen, I'm
Gunslinger. Pow pow.
on that note.
Yeah.
On that note, listen, we're gonna take one more quick break. We're gonna come back with our final topic, and then we're gonna hit the poetry session. So if y'all will just give us like a couple of minutes to pay some bills, Facebook Live, we're not going nowhere. We're gonna still be sitting here, and we gonna bop out for a minute. Hopefully y'all will rock with us for a second. We just gonna keep the energy moving. But while we go pay some bills, y'all go fill up your cups, man. It's Sunday night. I know you get ready to go to work. But let's end this weekend the way we want to end it. Like, let's have some fun out here, bro. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stand on the fact that, listen, LeBron, we respect what you're doing. You doing the most out here right now, bro. More than anybody else in the game right now. You doing the most on the court. Well, not according to Luck, but you doing great things on the court.
Right.
I think we can all agree that he's doing great things.
Yeah.
Okay. And on the social activism side, you still standing up for the culture, bro. And I respect that. I love that. I appreciate and respect that. Just listen, LeBron, man, keep doing that shit, bro. Call your friends. Tell your friends to jump on the bandwagon with you, too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I stand on that, too.
I
Yeah,
stand.
everybody that's watching right now, share the actual live. Tell your friends, put them in your group, put it on your social page. You know what I mean? More subscribers, more likes, and we can get the word out there so everybody can continue to listen to us and hear all this great knowledge that we're dropping.
Mr. Daly is like, we doing a giveaway today?
Um,
All we need is an address. We can ship something out.
Most definitely.
we can ship, but I don't. Is the merch in the car? The merch is. I don't know if the
Man,
merch is in the car.
listen. Go listen. You'll see Mr. Daily Insight wearing the I Stand on That podcast shirt.
Yeah.
We're gonna send one of them out. So at the end of the episode, we're gonna do something. We're gonna find a way to give away a merch, bro. That's what we're gonna do. I rock shirts, man. Be on standby. Because we need to figure out what size these people are wearing and we gotta get it out. So I rock shirts. If you ain't watching, you know what I mean, I'm coming up there, I'm coming to find you. But I need you to stay on deck. Let's get this thing going. So I stand on the fact that we about to take this quick break, pay these quick bills. You know what I'm saying? But before we go,
Tell them what the topic is.
no.
You know what the topic is?
The relationship topic is next, guys.
Oh.
The relationship topic is next, guys. Right? But let's give LeBron 2 claps to Ric Flair before we go to break. Ready? Woo!
All right.
We'll be right back, Pete.
Most definitely.
Bop out.
Brother, do you want to order that Chinese?
Yeah, I know you did.
Cause I'm like, by the time is that baby, they can be put.
Yeah, keep having them people follow, jump in the live, share it on your page. Tell everybody we are on. We talking about these relationship topics, men and women.
Yes.
I want as many as people commenting, responding to this as possible. It's gonna be juicy. Listen, trust me. Y'all ever heard the song Juicy Fruit? Juicy. Listen, it's gonna be that juicy. So I want y'all to tune in. You know what I mean? Tell your homegirls we are on right now. Guys, listen, wake up your girlfriend, your wife. Hey, they about to get on and talk about a relationship topic. I want us to talk about it. That's how it's gonna be. So I want y'all to tune in, you know what I mean, and get in on this conversation.
Yo. We gonna rock a couple of tunes real quick. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to hang in there with us, man.
Yeah, bop out real quick.
Hey, love.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Bluetooth connected.
Blake, I'm with you. my opinion, brother. Hey, South Florida said cheat code. Cheat code. MJ is a cheat code. If you don't do MJ cheat code, you gonna lose them. MJ, the cheat code.
Music get to you like it's so bad at all. Living up the wall like it's so bad.
Hey, he said Magic Johnson. Nah, baby, we talking about Michael Jackson. But really, we talking about any of the MJs. MJ fade away perfect. Magic Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we just gonna pop a little bit, y'all. Don't act like y'all don't remember this. All y'all listening to them guns popping in your records. It's Sunday, man. Act like you cleaning up the crib, man. Feel good about yourself. South Florida said, rock with me, bro. Akil, great question, bro. Top 5 all time. Great question, big guy. I want to hear this answer. I want to see the answer right here. Ride with me for a minute, y'all. Rock with me, y'all.
Drums, please.
Yeah, Blake, I played the King Kong, bro. I played the King Kong, but I'm gonna do it again for you. I fucks with you, Blake. It ain't summertime yet, but get your body ready. Get your body ready. My shit halfway there.
Here it is, slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore things that it's got to be.
Definitely going with
Are
we definitely going with the Can I Kiss? Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this?
And if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. Think of the summers of the past.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a little snippet of this right now.
Pop in my CD and let me run around and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's summertime.
Blake, I hope you're paying attention. I'm about to cut to you. I'm gonna give you a little bit because I already played it, but I'm gonna give you a little bit. Come on, bro. Blake, if you ain't dancing somewhere,
Y'all gotta slide with it. Y'all know that 305 slide?
y'all a little bit of this culture. Give y'all a little bit of this culture. Hey.
Hey, this that real music too here. Y'all hear the drums, y'all hear the horns in the back.
Hey. Hey, this for all the 305 cats out there, bro. Everybody in the 305. Hey, get up. Stand up. Get live. Get live. Everybody in the 305, get live. Everybody in the hey. Get live. Get live. Get live. Get live. Get live. Got stick and roll. Stick and roll.
Get your style.
Last one now, we gotta get done. Hey.
I'm drinking, I'm blowing, I'm sticking, I'm rolling, I'm drinking, I'm blowing, I'm sticking,
Stick.
I'm rolling,
Roll.
I'm drinking, stick,
Hey.
I'm blowing,
Bang that roll. Hey.
I'm sticking, I'm rolling,
Up,
I'm drinking,
up,
I'm
up,
blowing,
up,
I'm
up.
sticking, I'm rolling, I'm drinking, I'm blowing,
Uh-oh. Oh.
Lima,
Hey.
whatever you want, don't stop.
Mima. Whatever you want.
Hey, what's up?
Mima. Whatever you wanna do. Hey. Shout out to Uncle Al, man. Shout out to Uncle Al.
Hey,
I'm gonna cut it off after
I
this.
thought we just a podcast. We just want to get crunk right now.
Hey, shout out to
This
Uncle Al.
what it is? Hey, where y'all at right now?
Where y'all at, man? Where y'all at? Y'all ain't rocking.
Hey, if you from the 305 Dade County, you don't know about this, you ain't from Dade County. Shout out to Uncle Al. Rest in peace, Uncle Al. Oh, look at niggas. Come out here and give the people something. What's up, baby?
Come on, baby.
Give us a little something.
What up, man? What up, people? Y'all alright?
Oh,
Yeah. Shop Blood said, shout out DJ G Nice. Hey, come holler at me. Hey, Club I Stand On That podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, R.I.P. Uncle Al. That's right.
Hey, shout out to JT Money.
Hey, man.
Shout out to JT Money.
He want to keep going. Look at
Shout out to JT Money.
Hey. This is one of my favorite, what's the name? Old school throwback. They see that guy. Hey, but if you really understand this song, you know what I mean?
Tell them the story.
Hey, Dade County 305, baby.
Talk to them.
Riding them Jones. You know what I mean? Them 7 trays, they fix it up real nice. Interior. Gotta have a paint job.
So we take that and turn it into something.
We turn. You
Big
listen.
birds though.
Hey, listen.
though.
Hey, yeah, what you say?
Shout out to that big bird though.
Man, hey, big engine, you know what I mean? Flow master, you know, make that thing go fast. Hey, listen, y'all can listen to the lyrics, baby. Hey, they kind of niggas all serious about they, you know what I mean, about their cars. Especially the Chevy, baby.
Alright, listen, I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna bring it down so we can walk back into the pod, bro. I gotta bring it down a little bit. Let me bring it down. I just want a little piece of this. Cause we about to talk about relationships. We about to talk about relationships. We about to talk about that taste of honey. You know what I'm saying? Do you ask permission for your taste of honey, brother? Don't tell me right now. Don't tell me right now. Do you have permission to eat the groceries, brother? Don't tell me right now.
Which groceries?
You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat the booty like groceries.
Whoa.
Do you ask permission? Do you think she has to give you permission to eat the groceries? Like, can I kiss you here? Can I kiss you there? I don't really want you to tell me, but we're gonna talk about in today's society, right? In today's society and where we are. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, break the ice.
We back. Everybody. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Thanks for the love, man.
Hey, shout out.
Listen, I don't care if it's 1 or 1,000. We gonna have the same conversation, the same show. We gonna do our thing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get better every week. I promise you that. I can assure you this is what we gonna do. We gonna practice. We gonna get better. We gonna work together. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the black community. That's what we need to be doing on every level.
Stand on that. Big fish, strong fish. Big fish, strong fish.
But here's where we are. On the relationship level,
Yeah.
I'm glad I ain't in this world. Like, I'm glad I ain't chasing nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't chasing nobody. I ain't chasing nowhere. I'm married. But I got one burning question. I got a burning question. I've been off the market for 21 years. Woo! Back when I was trying to court. Back when I was out there being chivalrous. You know what I'm saying? It was a little different. It's a little different. And so I'm just trying to figure out, how do I advise my son and my daughter? Because that's the dichotomy I'm dealing with. I got a son and 2 daughters. And so in today's climate, I turn on the TV, all I see is you accused of this, you accused of this, you accused of this. It don't matter if it was 15 years ago, 100 years ago, or 2 days ago. I think about people like Brian Banks. My son's a football player. And so I'm just on some, do we need to ask for permission as men for every step of the process? Facebook, fuck with me. Do we need to ask for permission every step of the process?
No
Should a
problem.
man, when we going on a date, it was a good time. You know what? Listen, I enjoyed myself beyond all belief, man. Like, the conversation was amazing. I enjoyed your company. It was a great time.
You look nice.
You look amazing. No questions.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have made it through the date if you didn't. You look amazing. I just want to know, like, I'm wondering if you're gonna allow me to cap this off and make this one of the most memorable nights of my life by just giving me a kiss. Can I kiss you? Right? Yeah, you can kiss me. You know, how you feeling about the date? It's great. Like, I don't even want to see it in. Can I come inside? Yeah, you can come inside. Can I pour you a drink? Can I kiss your shoulder? Can I massage your feet? Do you ask for permission every step of the way? Do you ask permission every step of the way right now? Do you ask for permission? Do I tell my son, you got to get permission every step of the way? You got to get an MBA. You got to do something. Do I tell my daughter, you better tell that motherfucker he got to ask for permission to do anything? How do I prevent myself from creating a double standard in my own home? So first, let's start with this. When you was dating, when you were dating, if you're still dating, whatever your situation is, ain't none of my business. Well, it ain't Facebook business. So we're going to leave that there. But when you was dating, did you feel like you had to ask for permission every step of the way? And then if the answer is no to that, was this the same time frame? Like, was this the energy and the vibe around that time? Like, let's start with that. Bird. Like, just on some understanding the culture we living in, if you were dating right now, if you're in this vibe right now, do you ask for permission every step of the way?
Brother,
Talk to the people too, baby.
when it comes to asking permission for certain things, I go off of vibes. I'm more so of a vibe person. I feel that energy doesn't lie. You know what I mean? And I feel that if a move is made that doesn't want to be accepted by the other party, it'll be shut down. You know, I take a rejection before I sit down and continuously ask you questions about what I can and cannot do. And if the vibe and energy doesn't read, I think that the date would have ended way before me even trying to ask a question about a kiss. The vibe will tell you if the kiss belongs in this date. The vibe will tell you if there would be another date. You know, so no, I don't believe that you should ask every step of the way, but I do believe for all young men right now, doesn't matter if you ask or not, you have to be able to understand the vibe and the energy that comes with the woman in which you're with. You know what I mean? The woman in which you're trying to date or the woman in which you're trying to court. And it doesn't have everything to do with just sexual energy. You know, even though that's read as well. You read sexual energy. You know what I mean? You're able to understand when things are turning from a hold hand to a grab ass.
Ooh.
You know, but you don't just grab their ass. It's something in which comes with that vibe and energy in which we have.
So you can't pull the Trump. Just grab your pussy.
No, me personally.
Okay. The Trump shit is out the window.
Right.
No, ain't no just grabbing the pussy.
Not
okay.
me.
Okay.
You know, I don't
Okay.
got Trump money to fight that narrative. You know, that's all. Not me. You know, but that's where I'm at when it comes to that. Vibe and energy, you know what I mean, definitely tells a lot. And what you read off of that and what you gather off of that should be the way in which you make your moves. But understand rejection. Accept rejection.
Yeah.
Rejection ain't always bad. Rejection is sometimes not now.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Rejection is sometimes just
Okay,
not
so
now.
Yes.
so where you at? So where you at is this. You with South Florida Sid. South Florida Sid said asking permission to kiss is corny as hell, and it's supposed to be natural.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on DA on this too, bro.
Most deaf.
DA,
Hey.
if you ain't watching and you ain't commenting, bro, I'm coming to Kissimmee, my guy. You know what I mean?
Most deaf.
But so you with South Florida Sid that it gotta be organic.
Yeah.
It's gotta be organic.
Gotta be natural.
And at the end of the day, the reality is if you respect the rejection, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you ain't worried about false accusations.
No.
Okay.
No.
Listen, and we gonna tap back in.
Of course.
But I need, before we dive into that and get off track, Mr. Daily Insight, are you asking for permission every step of the way?
No, I'm not. When it comes to that though, as Bird put, and we kind of threw some shots up on this anyway, asking for permission for me, as South Florida Sid say, it is corny. That's, you know what I mean? I think the female may look at you corny. You know what I mean?
You think she'll look at you corny? Like if you so the way I asked for the kiss was corny?
Say it again. I asked. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, I can't. I don't even know if I can replicate. I made that shit up on the spot. I don't
No,
know.
I don't know. Maybe in the way you do it, you know, I guess there's a smooth way to do it, and there's a way to be corny with it. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but overall, for me, that's not my thing.
That ain't your vibe.
No. It's an energy. It's a vibe. For example, you're on a date, y'all chilling. It's a way that a woman may look at you. It's a way that she may physically touch on you. The send signal, the send vibes, like yo.
Unless you know it's okay.
Oh yeah, like you know what? I'm gonna give you the cookies, but you know we gonna cool it for now. I just want to get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My milkshake bring all the boys to y'all.
Yeah, no, just for you right now.
Oh.
You know, but it'll send a signal. So it's a vibe, like Bert said, it's a vibe thing. It's an energy thing. You're gonna get that, and honestly, throughout the conversation, you're gonna see like if the conversation's not going nowhere, you'll feel that. You know what I mean? And when I was in the dating world, I had conversations with people. And people try to hook me up with people. I'd be like, yo, nah, the vibe not good. The vibe not there. She not feeling me or I'm not feeling her. So when it comes to that, I get that. And there's no second date, there's no third date.
This guy.
You know what I mean? At all.
So check this.
Well, let me shout out some people too, because Ray D said old saying, can't say please before you say yes. You know what I'm saying? And then South Florida said he agreed with you. He said sexual energy is key. A woman knows within the first few minutes if they're gonna let a guy go all the way.
I'm gonna touch on that.
Right? And so Ray D says though, rejection is all to the wind. Don't be thirsty beating that woman down. Move on. Listen, I see all the guys comment. Where the women at?
Yeah.
I want to know what the females are saying because that's who I'm really trying to vibe on.
And I wanted to tap in due to the fact just to
No, tap in, tap.
Yeah, just to stand on a transparent level because my lady just texted me, right? And my lady said, stop lying to the people. You definitely asked for permission. So I just want to stand on that. You know, I'm going to definitely be 1,000 on that. That's the message I just received. You know what I mean? So when she speaks on that, I'm not sure if she's speaking from a kiss standpoint or whatever it may have been. But I want to stand corrected because my lady corrected me and said that stop lying to the people.
She told you standing on some bullshit.
She said you definitely asked for
You on shaky ground right now,
hey,
brother.
So I gotta come out and I gotta stand on that level. You feel me? No even transparency with the brothers.
But listen. Here's a shout out. I just want to give a shout out to G for doing that.
Most definitely.
Hey, Bird got some confessions to make to the people. Bird got some confessions to make to the people.
Hey, that was on point.
Hey.
Oh man. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Bird got some confessions to make to the people.
Hey, we're gonna give a 2 claps and a real clap for the missus.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
yo lying ass.
Oh,
yo lying ass.
So y'all ready for the 2 claps?
Hey, 2 claps to Ric Flair for G.
Yeah.
For G. 2 claps to Ric Flair. Woo!
Already.
I love that shit now, baby.
On South Florida said, I ain't gonna hold you, right? You spoke on the whole thing. Like women know between the first 15 minutes, the first date, 15 minutes of the date, they know that's kind of what the
first
case
few
is.
seconds. He said first few seconds.
Yeah, it is. It's there. You know what I mean? Whether it's how he looked, the vibe, or whatever. And the missus, she kind of knew as well. She spoke on that, and we had a conversation, or just years later, I said, hey, within the first conversation on the first date, right? Did you know you were gonna give me the bun of yams? She said, yeah, I knew. I wanted you to give you the yams, but I wanted to make you wait though.
Wait, tell the people that shit again. Tell them. I don't think they was listening to what you just said. Cause you was doing. You should listen. You on your Morris Day shit. You super cool right now. So you were telling the story with no inflection, right? So you said you asked your wife if on the first date she knew whether or not she wanted to rock with you physically or not.
Absolutely.
And her response was what?
Oh yeah, I wanted to give you the yams, but I wanted to make you wait.
And we all trying to get to the yams.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is. But again, it was a vibe. We vibed out, and it was more dates after that. It led to more. You know what I mean? So again, it was a vibe there, and it stuck there. You know what I mean? So again, like South Florida said, yes, women do know. So if they lying to you and tell you they don't know, it's some bullshit. Just to be clear, men know too as well.
Either that or your game mad weak and it's taking a whole long time for it to kick in.
That's it. Point blank. Period.
It's like some bad weed. It takes too long to kick in.
Point blank. Yes, sir.
Now listen, so South Florida says that if you do kiss a woman without permission, is that sexual assault? So here's where we going, South Florida said.
Good tie-in, bro.
Because that's what I'm trying to get at. I got a son and a daughter.
Right.
So it sounds like what y'all are telling me is, tell my son, bro, follow the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if I tell my daughter the same thing, follow the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it feels good to you, like I understand, you know what I'm saying? But whatever you do, don't make decisions that you're gonna regret later. Don't do nothing that if in 5 years you finna come back, you know what I'm saying? And be like, oh, I wish I had never done this.
Mm-hmm.
Accept your decisions. Accept the decisions you're making.
Mm-hmm.
But that's tough for a man to tell his daughter.
Yeah. So we get into that whole double standard type deal. Man, right?
So here's what I'm saying, right? How do I keep the energy right in my crib by not telling my daughter and my son something totally different?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Facebook. How do I keep the energy right with my household by not telling my son and my daughter something different? So South Florida say, yo, is that sexual assault if you kiss a girl without permission? If you do anything without permission. Now, here's the question. Because, see, here's my thing.
That's double standard.
Bro, listen, I told you, I ain't dated in a minute, bro. I've been off the market technically for 21 years. So, here's what I know. Back in the day, I took the dive. I leaned in. with the duck face. With the you know what I mean? I'm like Shock G. Kiss me and I kiss you back.
Kiss me. And
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I grew up in. I cannot tell my son that if he kisses a woman without asking her if it's okay, that's sexual assault. I have a legal understanding of certain things. I know a lot of lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Kissing a woman without permission is not sexual assault. It's not. Shout out to DA. Thank you for echoing in at the same time, bro. Kissing a woman without permission is not sexual assault. I do know that. But what do I like? And here's what I'm saying. What are we really telling our daughters? So you saying, nah, I don't really do that. Well, G checked you. You're saying I don't really do that, right? You got checked. You lied to the people. You lied to the people. I gotta ride it. Like I gotta ride it because you've never done that before.
That's crazy.
You've never been caught.
But I also stand on when it's corrected. So let the people know I stand on all corrections.
You came out honestly, and that's what we do, though. That's what we do. So here's what I'm saying. What do I tell my daughter? What do you tell your daughter? You got 2 daughters, right? So are you telling her the same thing? That it's got to be organic, let it flow? What do you tell your daughter, bro?
Man, honestly, I ain't even thinking about that. They still young.
I know, but I'm asking you
get it.
too.
It's a hard pill right now. I don't even want to have that conversation, but I don't know. It's probably a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Organic. You know what I mean? And then it's just, you know.
Are you telling your daughter that she has complete control over the intimacy?
Oh, of course. Like that's what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if she says no and he's like, yeah, I want this, but she's not comfortable.
What if he says no and she wants it?
Again, she has complete control of the situation.
If he says no and she wants it?
Yeah, she still has control.
So she can just take it?
Yeah, at that point, yeah. If she wants to. But, yeah. Yeah.
Wait. Facebook. Facebook.
They're not going to respond to you right now.
Facebook. Facebook. This guy just said that a woman has complete control, and if the man doesn't want it and she does, she should just be able to take it. Oh, well, I'm gonna let you finish.
No.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
yeah,
first.
But hold on, but what's gonna happen from
Hold on, I'm on my Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish.
Go ahead.
I'm on my Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm calling that's bullshit. That's cap.
But listen, but if you flip it though, then we're looking at that situation like, oh, you know what I mean? It's rape, it's this, that, and the other.
DA said you advocating for rape.
Wow.
Thank you, Facebook.
Wait, is it rape if a woman does it to you versus a man does it to a woman?
Hell yeah, it's rape. You think that a man can't call the police and say I got raped?
He's not. He's gonna enjoy that situation.
Bro, I almost got raped in college.
Did you enjoy it?
No, I said I almost got raped. My mans had to come in because I was smashed. And a girl literally took me from the party and was trying to walk me back to her
So
door.
you wasn't cool with that.
And my mans came and was like, what are you doing? Like, my man can't even barely walk. What are you trying to do?
You know what it was. Exactly.
Right, and my mans stopped that shit, bro.
Wait. So you didn't...
I was totally gone. I was gone.
So you didn't give consent, of course. So, all right. So
I was out of there.
Cool.
And had she fucked me that night, I would have definitely called the police and said it was rape.
Cap. I'm calling cap on that, bro. I am calling it
I would have said
unadulterated.
it was rape.
Stop. Same situation for you. Are you calling the cops and saying you got raped?
I didn't remember.
Thank you.
I didn't remember.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
I did
Thank
not
you.
remember.
Thank
Jesus
you.
watching. He's like, you know Jesus watching.
Yes.
I did not remember, bro.
Yes.
Like, how am I going to be able to report something?
My
I
point
didn't
exactly.
remember?
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't remember.
Thank you for calling that.
I'm just being honest.
You wake up.
No.
Hold on. We probably on the same page. No. I'm with you. Let me. You wake up in the bed. It's not yours. You butt naked. Dick sticky as shit.
And there's a condom. No, and there's a condom. And there's a condom right next to your.
No, there is no condom.
You're wow.
No, because I'm saying I didn't have a condom that night. I didn't have a condom that night.
She was being very responsible.
I know her. She did not have. I know her. She knows who she is too.
All right, I'm
She knows.
I'm trying to be.
You know who you are. I don't know if you're watching, but you nasty motherfucker trying to rape me. I wasn't gonna give it to you if I was consenting, right? So here's what I'm saying.
So that's why you would have called for the rape, because the bitch was ugly.
I ain't saying
Not a
I'm
bug
saying I would have never fucked her.
Right, but why wouldn't you have never fucked her?
Because I don't fuck women that everybody else fucks. There's a limit to how many dicks can go in you before I fuck with you.
I feel you, but
There's only so many dicks I can tolerate.
would there have been a would there have been a different set of circumstances if she didn't have all of those dicks in her? Is what you're saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying
so
that
you
I
would
would
let her
have.
rape you. if
I
she
would have
didn't have
never
all the
no,
dicks.
because it wouldn't have been rape. If I wanted it, it wouldn't have been rape.
But you didn't know. You said you were smashed at the time. That
Yeah,
she
and
had
I would have
saved
never
you.
consented to this girl. I would have never consented to this girl if I was in the right state of mind.
Okay, bring it back full circle.
I would have never considered this. I'm just saying. So listen, answer the question. You wake up in the bed,
Talk to me, Stinky.
sticky dick. Hey, he wake up in the bed with a sticky dick.
Stinky.
The sticky icky. You're telling me, and it's a female that no condom, and it's a female that you would not have given consent to if you were sober. Would you still be in the same position you in, which is I don't remember?
My thing is this, bro. I would
So
not.
this means he's not going to answer the question.
I am. I would
Okay.
not be able to call the police for rape due to the from your scenario. We're speaking
Yes.
from G's scenario.
Yes.
We're not speaking from.
No, that's exactly. That's what I. That's what I.
Yeah.
We're
That's what I.
speaking from somebody being smashed, leaving a let's say frat party. You know what I'm saying? No
That's
matter which
exactly what
one.
it was.
No matter which one it was, we're not gonna speak out on which one it was. You know what
We're
I'm saying?
definitely not doing that.
Yeah. But leaving a party, and you wake up, and all of these things you see around you would make you assume that something has happened with the young lady whose ever room that you're in. But if you can't recall, what report are you going to make?
What if she's honest and says, yeah, it was great.
Okay,
I took that dick.
But you're talking now.
But according to him, she got control.
she had control. She did.
That's what I'm saying. And so according to him, women have control. So if she's blatant about it and says, listen, I took that dick.
It's a different situation. If you come at me and you tell me, look, we just had sex, and I'm talking because, and the reason why I say that it does matter because, first of all, are you single? Let's put it in that context. Are you single?
In that situation, I was.
You were single. Okay. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If I'm out here and I'm single, bro, and it was Big Bertha, if it was Big Bertha, you understand what I'm saying? And I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to tell you Big Bertha raped me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that my first reaction, just being honest with the pod,
Thank you.
calling the police
Thank
and
you.
say, come over here and make a report. I'm about to testify against Big Bertha because of Big Bertha.
Yeah. So Gary's
Listen,
cap. So Gary's cap.
No, I'm not. You
Cap.
can't tell me I'm
Yeah,
cap.
you're cap, buddy. I don't care what you say. That's what
Listen,
I stand on
okay,
that. I stand
okay,
on that.
listen.
That's cap.
Listen, buy you a time machine,
That's
send
cap.
me back, and let me get raped, and I bet you I'm calling the po-po
Cap.
Oh, now.
on that house.
Cap.
Listen, so South Florida City said no such thing as rape in a scenario where a woman takes advantage of a man.
Thank you.
DA says false.
Of course.
Where?
DA
Where's the report?
DA mentioned earlier, if she got pregnant off you, I bet you scream rape. If
All
she
right.
got pregnant,
Now we-
I bet you scream rape.
Now
If that was the only way to force the abortion, which you really can't force the abortion, but what you can do is say, I'm not gonna pay you child support for raping me.
But you can still be found that baby pappy in situations.
Who? What?
No, meaning you can still, even though that situation occurred, rape, pregnant, all that stuff, even though you don't want it, you still could be liable for being that child's father. That's all I'm saying.
Not if she raped you.
So let me ask you. So Dave,
If you got a bad attorney, I guess.
you telling me that you standing on that you gonna call the police?
Shout out to good attorneys.
You gonna call the police if a woman that you were drunk. You came from the club one night, Dave. Yeah, typical lot of shot type night. You know, lot of shot type night. And you didn't want to drive. You didn't even get an Uber. You blacked out. Didn't really know what was going on. But you woke up with the same. Let's say you were at a party. You were dancing with this young woman all night. You woke up with that same young woman.
Thank you. Thanks, Sid.
You woke up with the same young woman that you was dancing with all night? Are you telling me that when you wake up, you didn't consent to sex, but you're going to say that it was rape? Is that what you're telling me, DA?
Listen, so South Florida Sid said, is there name a woman in prison right now for raping a man? So the DA said, listen, it's on the news every week when a female teacher is raping a kid.
Absolutely.
That's a fantasy
Right?
for the young.
But listen, here's what I'm saying. If you 16 or older, I don't give a shit what nobody say. If you 16 or older, you can
Right.
consent to sex. At 16, you know whether you want sex or not, bro. Stop playing with me. And I'm gonna say this right here. When I was in high school, one of the TAs at my school, I was in a relationship with. I was driving her car. She was buying me clothes.
That's high school.
I was in high school, and guess what? Did I call the police and say rape? No.
Nope.
Because I wanted it.
Yep.
I did. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that shit. What I'm talking about is when a man say he would have never said yes to that shit.
In the scenario that we're speaking of, you didn't have the ability to say yes or no. We're
And
speaking
men are in
about
jail. And men are in jail every day right now because they were fucked up and the woman was fucked up, and because neither one of them could say yes or no, they were both inebriated. And guess what? The man went to jail.
Absolutely, you're correct about that.
So would I call the police on a woman? Yes.
Cap.
Balancing the scales, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cap.
Okay.
Cap.
You're still a minor.
It doesn't matter, DA. Minor or not, it doesn't matter.
What you mean?
No. He was talking about you in that situation. When
Yeah,
you're
I was a
16.
minor, but I'm saying that I know.
No,
in my opinion, I can consent to sex.
correct. But he's saying you're still a minor. That's what he's saying. You're still a minor. So,
And if somebody had told, if I had told, she would have went to jail
correct. But you didn't. And you were not going to.
because I wanted to in that situation.
That's the point. Listen, I got you. So DA,
I'm talking about a situation which I didn't want to.
correct. Exactly.
I'm with DA. DA said I'll call the police on a woman as well.
No, you won. You're lying.
You're
a cap,
not
DA.
lying, bro.
Cap, you're cap, DA. You're cap.
And then he's saying we. Like he's speaking for DA. We're not lying, bro.
DA, me and you on the same page, bro. We're not lying.
Right, DA's lying.
He's lying. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Alright, so South Florida City said, picture a woman pinning a grown man down on the bed, ripping his clothes off, slapping him and talking and taking sex from him. Come on, stop. It's some weak ass men out here in these streets, bro. It's some weak ass men out here in these streets. I know of a man personally, grown ass man, filed a complaint on a woman because she slapped him. Not slapped him like you asshole motherfucker, I hate you, I'm gonna kill you. She slapped him like, boy, stop talking that stupid shit. Bye. She actually was just an aggressive person flirting with him. She called herself flirting with him.
Assault is assault, battery, whatever.
He filed a complaint.
The laws are
All I'm saying
the laws
is,
are law, right?
there's some strong ass women out there.
So
and there's some weak ass men.
He weak as fuck for calling the police for getting slapped.
Yeah.
But he's a macho man for calling the police.
No, here's what I'm saying.
saying.
Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm commenting on the fact that what South Florida Sid said was that a woman can't pin a man down, do this, do that.
Yes, she
I'm
can.
telling you
If
an
she wants
example of a woman who literally took advantage of a man to a point where he called the police. And DA's comment. DA, what you talking about? Let me see. These women drug men, violate them, and he shouldn't call the police.
That's different.
Y'all the reason why people think women are innocent. I agree. DA, where you at today? I wish you was here. I need you.
DA,
See, now y'all talking.
I
Y'all
just
see,
want
we
to
getting all
say
jumping all over the place.
I feel like Kobe right now. Y'all double
the
teaming.
question, DA. You never answered the question, and you know what's crazy? I know that you and Gary standing on the same thing because Gary just said if he didn't want sex with the woman, he'll call the police. You understand what I'm saying? So, DA, if you was dancing with that woman all night, trying to basically get sex with her, but you blacked out before it could happen because you got too
But that's
drunk.
not the same situation.
No, you're crazy. You're crazy. It was another bitch that took you home, so that's cool. You didn't want that bitch, fine. You didn't want Big Bertha to fuck you, that's fine. But if
She wasn't that big.
but you scenario,
I just
if
didn't
you
want
were
her 'cause
sitting
she had
down
taken a lot.
dancing all night with this woman, bro, and that's who took you home, you're still calling the police. You weren't drunk. You drank yourself. You fucking drank yourself to Black Point. You're calling the police on her if y'all had sex because you talking.
So now,
hold up, stop, wait. I don't need to interject
no,
you yet.
I'm asking a question.
Wait, let me
I
finish.
got a quick question.
What? Nuh-uh. Because you're talking some dumb shit while you drunk, still trying to get coochie, and you don't remember it. So now it's rape on her end. Y'all are dead on that, bro.
Hold
Y'all
on.
are
Yeah,
dead on
that's why I
that,
call it
bro.
that.
So here's what I'm
Talk to me.
It's not cap.
Talk to me.
Listen, bro. So here's what I'm asking you. You're okay with the inequity in the justice system right now?
No, not what he said. I respect. Like, okay, don't drug me or don't take my sperm out of the condom and drug. Come on, like
That was
we can say like that's a different
motive, bro. That's
situation.
different mode. That's you trying to get
But
money
DA
out.
never
That's
answered the
different.
question from
What I'm
Jump
saying is,
Street.
what if that girl would have raped me and I would have got her pregnant and
It's
I
a
didn't want to be
different
with her, bro?
situation.
But I'm saying I didn't want to be with her, bro.
Take it out of context.
Yeah, we're taking it left now.
We
right?
talking about
Yeah.
simple good night,
Yeah.
good drink, wrong bitch.
Yeah.
That's all that was, bro. That's it. That's it. But if it was the right bitch and you're talking some shit that you know
that's not rape though.
it's not rape.
Rape is defined
But I
by
don't
you
want
not
you.
wanting it.
That's it. But your
And
dick is
I'm
still
saying
hard.
if it's a woman you don't want, if it's a woman you don't want, is that rape?
You said it was still hard.
Right.
Well, that mean would Junebug wanted it then?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
We honest, not really.
Stop playing.
You feel me like that?
You act like you ain't never drank Hennessy.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
fuck out of here, bro. Scroll down to the comments. Scroll down to the
and then
comments.
DA say that's not the same situation. Bird has the story confused. Not at all, bro. Not at all, bro.
I think, listen,
Not at all, bro.
here's what I'm saying, bro.
What are we saying on? What are we saying on?
When I first gave the scenario, the question was never answered. Y'all took it on a whole nother
Yeah,
route
yeah.
to fit y'all.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's it.
But
We did not.
Yes, you did.
never answered the question
Yes,
about
you
the
did.
woman either, bro.
What question?
As far as if it was someone that you wanted to.
I know I gave a whole story and said that there was a woman who
That's
I
some
was.
high school shit that we fuck all that, bro. We talk about the same scenario, different bitch. That's it, bro. That's what I feel like. Simple.
But if I wanted it, then it's not rape.
You didn't even know. You talking this drunk shit.
No, here's what I'm saying. Follow what I'm saying.
Talk to me, bro.
I'm fucking with you all night. We bobbing. We in the party. We chilling.
Right.
I'm telling you all the things, everything
All
you
that
want
good
to
shit.
hear.
All that, right.
I'm trying to get you out the club.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And no, I'm not going to be vindictive because I can't remember it and be mad and call the police.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I wanted that. I was trying to get it. I wake up in your bed
Right.
and I wanted to be in their bed at the end of the day.
Right.
No, that's not rape.
Okay. Keep going.
I'm talking about in a situation in which I didn't want to be in your bed. As a man, I don't want to be in your bed, and you take me there.
Do you remember what you say or do when you are blacked out drunk? Cause I'm gonna be honest, there's some niggas out here that fuck with some ugly ass bitches when they blacked out drunk, and they'll tell you that they just fuck with a butter, but they not gonna remember that shit. I want to know the truth though.
I'm not
Like,
lying.
Speak. Like, do you remember?
You think I'm capping?
Come
I've been
on,
told you
bro.
I've been told
Come
you.
on, bro.
So you letting the woman that you don't want to be with just take it.
You're not letting nothing.
No,
That's
you're not
the
letting
point.
nothing.
We
You're
are
not
not.
letting nothing.
And so I expanded the question and said, what if she's telling you? Because we're talking about, here's what we're talking about.
Talk to us.
We're talking about the fact that we live in a society right now in which women have all the control when it comes to sex.
That's what. Yeah, that's it.
And if that's the mentality that we have, we're relinquishing all of our control. As a man, you are letting go of all your control if you would say that no matter what the circumstances are,
So we agree on the fact that women have all control when it comes to sex.
this is what he said. And that's why I asked you the question.
Yeah,
that's,
no.
that's what we
I
got.
definitely didn't agree on it, but I never agreed on
But
it.
that's That's how we got here.
Oh,
Because
yeah, I
he
never
said that he
agreed
would
with
tell
that.
his daughter
About the
that
whole
she
rape
still
shit. That's
has
what Dave
control.
said, that he's advocating for rape, but I never agreed on the fact that women control this whole sex realm out here. I never said no shit like that.
But so I'm just talking about the evolution of how we got here.
majority of the power. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. That's all
Right.
for the most part. That's what I'm standing on that.
Because in a lot of places, pussy is free.
And here's what DA said, right? If you want the woman, it's not rape, plain and simple. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that if you want her and she does that that's rape. No, I'm not calling the police. I'm talking about I'm in a situation where I don't want to be with this chick.
She's like,
She's a butter.
Because my question, but listen, I've slept with butterheads.
We all have. if a cat on here lying and say they don't,
I've slept
You're
with
capping.
butterfaces, butterheads,
yeah, all that.
right? I'm just saying, I'm not talking about the butterfaces and the butterheads that you would still bang out.
Hey, for those of you know who do not,
bang out.
hey, for those of you know who do
My
not,
apologies. More respect to the women, right? I'm not talking about the butterfaces that you would still sleep with.
do we know what butterfaces are? Do we want to clarify?
Everything good.
No, clarify what butterfaces are.
So butterfaces, everything is good but the face. You know what I mean? So body, all that, whatever. You know what I mean? Everything looks good but a face. So that's why we call them butterfaces. So
Talk about what DA is saying, please. I think
Listen, so here's where we at. First of all,
Make
Ray
control-
D
oh,
says
wow.
if that's the mentality, then being drunk means you for the streets.
yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Yes, that's basically what it is.
So DA says, listen, women do control access to sex, men control access to marriage.
Correct.
Right?
Mhm.
Ray D says drop the pick or it never happened. So we all in the same place right now, right? So here's where we are. So are we in agreement to the fact that women control access to sex and men control access to marriage?
No.
I actually agree with that statement.
For the
I
most part.
don't like it, but
Yeah,
it's true.
for the most part, yes. I think that's the thing, because women are looking for that validation from
Bird
men.
disagrees.
That's cool.
why.
That's cool.
I'm
That's
trying
cool.
to- I'm
That's
waiting.
cool. That's cool.
I just can't speak on it. I can't because like as far as controlling access to marriage, y'all can speak on that, you know, and I guess Dave can speak on it as well.
Well, ain't no woman gonna make you marry her, right?
Correct.
Yeah, ain't no woman gonna make you marry her, but at the end of the day, I just don't believe as far as the control and access to the sex situation, bro. Like that's both ends, bro. Like
It's supposed to be a 50-50 exchange.
it should be a 50-50
But what I'm saying
For
is,
example, like Ray D
and
said,
the justice
you keep
system
getting
and the
rejected 30 times, bro. Leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying?
but we're talking about situations where we see men going to jail every day. Not because they asked 30 times, but because they had one interaction with a woman that at that time, and sometimes it feels like it was consensual, and they come back later and be like, yeah, I wish I had never done that. And guess what? That man ends up in jail. That's the reality of the situation when it comes to our justice system.
Right. Absolutely. Okay.
So what we talking about is,
Men.
if you're going to say that men do have any control over sex and access to sex, then you got to be willing to say that a man can call the police on a woman if she takes it and she ain't supposed to.
I never said couldn't. I said I wouldn't. You said you would. I never said a man could
Right.
not do that.
No, and here's the problem. When
Never
y'all tell
said
me
that
I'm
a man
capping,
could not do that.
then it makes it seem
What?
like y'all saying it's
But what?
implausible.
No, I
Listen,
never said that.
but
I
what
said,
man-
I said you make it seem. I said you make it seem like
Oh,
it's
okay.
implausible.
Okay.
What men is doing? What men are doing that though? Who do you know? Who do you know that's basically got raped by a woman? They didn't want it, and essentially you say, you know what, man, I'm calling the police on her. Who do you know? I'll wait.
You both of y'all know me.
Say that again, bro.
You can say which one to say. Both of y'all know me.
I said, who do you know?
I'm calling the cops.
On a personal level, right?
Mm-hmm.
That in the situation that we're talking about, drunk, blacked out, didn't want it, right? Got up and was like, you know what? I think she raped me. I'm going to the police. Who do you know, her on a personal level?
I don't know anyone on a personal level, and I'm just speaking like from man to man, bro. So let me ask you this, and after this, I'ma leave it be.
Yeah. Okay.
If that woman, you didn't have sex with that woman from a point of penetration, but if she just sucked your meat and she told you that she sucked your meat, You know, she gave you oral sex.
Fellatio.
Yeah, fellatio, whatever verbiage you want to use for the oral. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna call the cops.
Okay,
No,
well,
let him finish. Let him finish.
oh, I thought he asked you a question. I was gonna answer.
I'm finishing the question. You're gonna call the cops and you're gonna say, listen, I was blacked out, but this woman just told me that she sucked my penis while I was blacked out, and I'm trying to figure out. I didn't consent to this at all. Did not consent to her putting her mouth anywhere near my penis.
They're gonna put you on mute and they're gonna laugh. But go ahead. I'm
They
sorry.
can laugh all they want to. Just send that unit out. Send that unit out. So let me ask you a question. You can laugh all you want to. Send that unit out. Send the unit. Send the units. You know what I'm saying? Send the units out.
And this is the same guy that does not want to call for domestic issues. Okay?
I was not gonna say that.
He does not want to call for domestic issues.
I'm not giving the cops jurisdiction over any of matters.
This guy. But he say, my lady say I be capping. This guy. All right.
Oh.
All right.
My lady ain't text me, tell me. I'm like,
You're right.
She
You're
not
right.
listening right now, so
You're right.
Yeah, so
Talk to me.
either
Talk
way,
to
I
me.
win. So listen. Here's what I'm saying,
Are
right?
you calling the folks on the
Okay,
phone?
so 2 questions.
Mhm.
No, I'm not. So 2
Okay.
questions.
Respect.
2 questions. 2 questions.
Respect.
What if she tells you, yeah, I fucked around with your booty hole?
Wow.
Keep going.
Like, I sprayed your booty hole out. I put a fucking dildo in your ass.
You said
We're talking about shit where you don't want.
Absolutely.
Because
you're
y'all
right.
keep talking about shit that most men are going to say, yeah, I'll consent to that. I'm talking about shit you don't want. What if you find out you got fucking AIDS?
You said 2 questions. Okay, so you found out
So
that she
the
violated
booty
your
hole
ass.
or the AIDS, right? Are you calling the police on either one?
First things first. Like I said, now we're taking it into a different context.
Yeah, because we keep moving the goalposts on this. But go ahead.
Because the first thing that we were talking about was a man having sex with a woman, not a woman violating your asshole.
Yeah.
But I keep
Yeah.
trying to tell. No, I'm not moving the goalposts. My whole point has been the whole time. If it's some shit you don't want, y'all keep talking about shit people want.
But if
You
a
talking about
woman-
hot fellatio?
if-
Who don't want hot fellatio?
But no, that's like saying who don't want pussy. That's like saying who don't want pussy. Now we putting the face on pussy and we not putting the face on fellatio. Like, come on, bro. He's putting the face on the pussy but not the fellatio. What's going on, bro? What's going on with that? Look, let me tell you something, bro. When it comes down to it at the end of the day, I don't think that if a woman is fucking you in the ass with a toy that that's sex. I'm sorry. That's just me. Maybe
What
I'm
is
wrong.
it?
I don't know because I've never. I don't even conjure up
sodomy.
them thoughts. You understand?
It's sodomy.
But when it comes to the AIDS situation, he just brought a deeper aspect of it. Because now I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if it's a double standard or not, but now I am calling the police. If I found out that I got AIDS and I had sex with you, I'm calling it rape. He just brought me to a whole nother level, but he brought in a different type of content. You brought a disease too. You gave me something that I didn't ask for outside of pussy.
Which is what I've been asking the whole time, which
Gave
is
me
something
the-
you don't want.
Yeah, okay.
Something you don't
I'm sorry.
want.
I'm calling the folks. I gotta call the folks on that one, bro. I don't know what y'all gonna say about me, but I gotta call the folks on that one, bro. Like, you gave me any STD
But
from
again-
chlamydia to AIDS, I'm calling the folks on your ass. All right, wanted or unwanted, I'm calling the folks on your ass, and I'm just letting that be said.
But
bro.
again, you blacked out. You don't know.
But then,
So you gonna find out
I'm
you
making
got
up a
AIDS.
story now. I'm making up a whole story right now.
I'm done.
Like, I'm
done.
sorry.
I'm
I'm
done.
doing what they do. I'm making up some shit now. Like, I got my own
All I
story.
remember is
I'm painting a whole narrative that got AIDS in it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, hell no, bro. That's dead.
Listen, I feel y'all. Listen, South Florida says y'all keep giving out outrageous examples.
Yeah, that's it.
But listen, because we gotta go outrageous, because y'all keep acting like I'm trying to get y'all to comment on the fact that it's some shit you don't want. And y'all motherfuckers keep ignoring the fact that we talking about it's some shit you don't want. Listen, my male ego is not so fragile that if a woman does some shit to me that I'm not cool with, I'm calling the police.
Bro, Dave, the difference is that you're putting your dick in that woman's ass. You're not taking a toy and putting it in the man's ass. A woman doesn't have a dick, Dave. That's the difference, bro. Like,
But some women believe that a booty hole
I don't
is
give a
hole
damn about
regardless.
your belief. I don't care about your belief.
What
bro.
you
We're talking-
mean?
Bro, If you took so you tell
A woman's belief is all it takes for you to go to
So
jail.
you no, bro.
If a woman believes that you did something you wasn't supposed to do without her
We're
permission,
speaking in
you're going to
direction to
jail.
the question of an asshole, bro. I'm sorry, we talking
So
about
no, we keep
asshole.
moving
It's
it,
not the same sex, bro.
Hey, now somebody said a transgender. Now we keep
If it's a transgender, it's
now
rape.
Now we keep moving.
Because I'm not with that shit, bro.
You're not with that shit, but at the end
If
of the
I'm
day,
not with it, then it's
he's
rape.
right. We just moved a whole nother shit. Now it's okay. All right.
Okay,
Let's stand
so-
on this and wrap this up, bro.
I'm with you, but I'm just asking the question
So
because y'all are still not acknowledging the whole idea of
Sure.
it being something you don't want.
Sure. If it's something I don't want,
I
sure.
can't. No, I
Sure.
can't. I'm not
Sure.
acknowledging it because you're wavering just like I am at the point, bro. You're gonna accept the head, but you don't want the pussy.
No, I'm not saying that. I was saying that if it's somebody I want.
No,
I said if it's somebody I
bro.
want. No, I did say that. I said if it's somebody I want to be with.
He finally admitted it. He finally admitted
No, we
it.
didn't.
I did admit that. I said if I'm rocking with you all night,
Because you
and then I'm at the
I said, are you gonna call the police on the head?
And I said no.
He said no. That's all I'm asking.
Because that's-
and I was
because I'm
talking about
saying
that
that's
same
something that-
woman. I was talking about that same woman in that same room that you didn't
Oh,
want
you
to have
talking
sex
about that I
with,
didn't want to.
but she just gave you
Oh
head.
no, I'm calling the police.
I wish I had my cap.
Why are we lying
Cap
to the people?
Cap
At
City.
least I can stand on mine when
Cap
I'm
City.
corrected. Stop lying to these
I'm
people.
not-
Oh my
I'm definitely not
God,
lying,
bro.
Cap City.
I want to hear what the police report would be. I want to hear what would you tell the police officer, bro? What would you say?
I rock shirts. All I'm telling you is, it sounds to me like sending units is a great shirt idea right now.
Crazy, bro.
Send the fucking unit, bro.
Gary's gonna call the police officer and say, "She gave me fellatio I didn't want."
He gonna laugh at you.
And you know what I'm
He
gonna
gonna say,
say?
have a nice day.
And you know what I'm
That's what
gonna
he
say?
gonna do.
When you're done laughing, send the unit.
Alright.
To his home that he doesn't want
No,
domestic.
I was in the dorm room.
You were in the.
That's your home for that time being.
Okay.
It wasn't my room. It wasn't my dorm room. It was her dorm room.
What are we standing on?
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stand on. I'm gonna stand on the fact that I got a son and a daughter, and I gotta try to preach a similar narrative to my kids. Right? I can't create the double standard. I can't, because my daughter's too smart to live in that. And so, I'm saying that I'm telling my kids, yo, first of all, son, you're vulnerable. I need y'all to understand there's a difference between fairness and equality. Right? Y'all are not equal in this world. Jada, you're gonna have more right, more privilege in certain situations, especially when it comes to sex, than Jaden. We're not equal in this. So the rules for each of my kids have to be different. Son, I need you to go the extra mile to make sure you're protecting yourself. Not just from AIDS or sexually transmitted diseases or pregnancy, but from jail. To my daughter, you got a different battle. You got to protect yourself against predators. So yeah, I'm telling my daughter, you control this shit.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You control this shit. If a man says no, you gotta let that shit ride. Let it go. Because that's still rape. But you control it. If he asks you, you say no. If he don't ask you, you say stop. You make it clear. You never find yourself in a situation where you're inebriated by yourself. You always got that friend. You got a crew of friends. You go together, you leave together, no matter what. You ever lost, you go to the brightest place in the world. Go somewhere where there's people. I'm telling my daughter, you gotta protect you. You control access to sex. I'm telling my son, you don't. And that's the reality of what I'm telling my kids. So when I say I stand on something, I'm standing on the fact that I don't get the right to tell my kids the same shit. The rules apply to them differently. What's fair and what's equal are different things. There is no equality in the sex game when it comes to men and women. For my kids, fairness is, son, you gotta protect you. Daughter, you gotta protect you. And that protection looks different on both sides. And I stand on the fact that my answer to my kids is protect yourself. Even though that shit looks different on both sides. That's what I fucking stand on, bro. And if you call me a liar on that, see me offline. Ten toes down, bitch.
Cool.
What you staying on, Bird?
I stand on the fact that I don't even know how many tips and turns we've had in this conversation.
It's been fun though.
But at the end of the day, to be out from a topic standpoint, like I've even lost what the topic is.
Well, the topic we were talking about asking permission along the way.
Okay, so
We were talking about asking permission, and we all said that. Listen, we all said that the answer was really no on the asking permission.
Right.
But what I brought into play was I have a son and a daughter.
All these goalposts.
No. This shit has been like fact check me out here, right? Fact check me out here. But what I said was, one, do you ask for permission along the way?
Mm-hmm.
Then it was, okay, I got a son and a daughter. Love got 2 daughters. I got 2 daughters, right? So how do I keep the peace in my house, and what do I tell my kids?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really deviate off topic. What we started talking about was the difference between a man and a woman, as far as reports. Who can we say is really sexually assaulting somebody? What's what, right? And so at the end of the day, here's what we came to the agreement on. Here's what we can honestly agree on. Most men ain't calling the police.
99%.
For entertainment value, yes, I said that shit. Do I honestly believe I call the police? I have no idea, bro. Because I've really never been in that situation other than what I just described, which never actually happened. Right? So I don't know if I would call the police because the conditions would matter. But what we're talking about is, like I said, what advice are you giving these young kids? You got a boy and a girl sitting in front of you. You got to give them advice. What's the advice? Do you ask for permission along the way? Is the advice you give each one of them different? We got statistics to go off of. We know who's in jail. We got comments in the section right now talking about men in jail versus women in jail for rape. What's the discrepancy there? We already know what that shit looked like.
Right.
So the goalposts didn't move. We were trying to move the degree of severity of the violation to see at what point in time do you call the police on a woman.
Right.
We had to go all the way to AIDS.
Dildos.
Dildos in the asshole type shit.
Transgenders.
That's what we want to call the police. So we already know what the rule is.
Right.
That men have a disadvantage when it comes to sex. You don't have control.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm asking you. When it comes to this young generation, people, if you got young people out here watching, what are you telling them as far as men and women? What does it come down to? Do you ask for permission? What's the advice you give these young people that we talking to? Because they're the ones out here dating.
Well, to that young man, you're in a world right now where, yes, not only should you carry yourself in a way in which is the woman, make sure that along the way that you are making sure that your security is secure, and your security comes with being sure. So if that means asking a question before you take a step, do so. But let's not forget that just because that answer is yes, that it can't turn around and another narrative be painted. You understand what I'm saying? For that young woman, yes, protect yourself at all costs. Yes, you do have the right to say no. You understand what I mean? But at the end of the day, don't be the woman that teases the man to the point and then you say no. Yeah, you should always be at a point where you can stop whatever it is that you want, but don't make the decision to put yourself in a situation that it'll be 10 times harder for you to get out of. So I do feel that a woman should carry herself as a woman and know what it is that she would like to do. I don't agree with it doesn't matter how far she goes or she says stop and stop. You're right. But don't put yourself in that position to say, you know what, I said stop, but he didn't stop. Because I did A, B, C, and let him. Don't do that. And for the young man, if you don't feel like that woman is in a position in which she can give you the things in which you want from that sexual standpoint, or you feel like the vibe of energy is off, don't pursue it. And the reason why it's always trickier is because I don't know many cases when a man has turned on a woman and called it rape. So that's why I say that we have to be a lot more careful with, it doesn't matter if the answer is yes, because the narrative can be painted after the yes. You can mess around and sleep with your friend the next day, and that yes that you gave the other friend can turn into rape. So just be careful with the decisions in which we make, because our yes can always turn back on us. That's all.
What you saying on?
I go the same effect, man. The same man.
I feel you.
You wrapped it up, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, we went long on that topic, bro. Like, but to me, and listen, and Ray D said this segment is eye-opening. He said, "Get that lady a free go in the name of being manly." But listen, it is an eye-opening conversation because sometimes we just gotta have it, bro. We just gotta have it. So, listen, it's 9:55. I say we close this shit out as strong as we can, right? Let's hit this poetry, and then we're gonna pay some bills. Facebook Live, if y'all want to rock with us, we gonna continue to bop. We're gonna turn the music on a little bit, bop a little bit more. But we 3 hours in. We appreciate y'all. Y'all rocked with us all the whole time too. So that shit means everything to us. I can't tell you enough how much y'all have increased the conversation. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate y'all just kind of listening to some regular cats having regular conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I want to definitely close it out strong with some poetry. I know Mr. Daily Insight got his daily, so I'm gonna let him rock first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Shout out to South Florida Sid, R.I.P. Ronald. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, 6 figure. You know what I'm saying? This is his birthday, so I'm gonna rep for him on my poem. I'm gonna rep for my brother on my poem. I'm gonna go strong. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go hard in the paint. I've been waiting for 2 weeks for this one. You know what I'm saying? And then Bird, I'm gonna let you close. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you close because I already know what you're gonna do. So let's give these people who are still rocking with us some great poetry and then some great music and close this thing out, man. So Daily Insight, what's up?
All right, here we go. You are a slave to what you do not know. Again, you are a slave to what you do not know. And as I spoke about, knowledge is power, but I don't believe in that. I believe applied knowledge is power, right? So get the knowledge that you need to get. For example, if you don't know how to balance a paycheck or with your finances, whatever the case may be, or you don't know how credit runs, you're a slave to it because you don't know how it's going to work for you, how it's going to better your life. So this is universal. So whatever it may be, don't be a slave to it because you don't know what it is. Get the knowledge. If you don't know how to, get someone that's doing it, that's perfecting it, to get them to help you. So just don't be a slave to it because you don't know what you don't know the information. So don't be a slave to what you don't know. So that's it.
Great. Listen, definitely a great thought, right? Don't be a slave to nothing, man. Don't be a slave to nothing, man. Don't ever let nothing have more control over you than you. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm gonna ask y'all to bear with me, man, because this is a long piece, man. But it's coming from somewhere special. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from somewhere special, and I've been thinking about my brother since he passed. You know what I'm saying? And I've evolved in my stages of grief, and so this is actually a piece I wrote this morning about where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? So I ask y'all for patience. You know what I'm saying? I ask y'all for understanding and an active ear. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So this is called A Conversation with God. Do you have a minute for your son, Father? We need to talk because lately you've been treating me like I'm a bother. Not like I'm your creation in need of love and water. I never question your ability, but with all sincerity, why do you keep fucking with me? You keep taking all that I love and burying it 6 feet deep. You stole my brother way too early. You stole my mother-in-law way too early. You prefaced my laws by burning my house to the ground. And what's crazy is I thank you with my tears falling down. I thank you for only taking my house but leaving my home. You saved my wife and kids, and I thought you didn't leave me alone.
But you turned around and took my spiritual mother and my brother. If I had it, I would have put a bounty on your head. 6 figures. 6 figures. And I just don't understand why you're trying to break me. Do you have a minute for your son, Father? We need to talk because lately you've been treating me like I'm a bother, not like your creation in need of love and water. And I never question your ability, but with all sincerity, how should I feel about everything that's happening to me? I know I have a lot to be thankful for. I've been blessed since birth for sure. My coverings came in the form of my cousin Mike. The whole world wouldn't mess with him, but he loved and protected me. I could have been in jail with him, but he wasn't hearing it. So what he told me was go home. My blessings came in the form of my future wife. She saw something in me and devoted her life. Her God-given gifts are all for me, and then God interjected, although an immediate response wasn't what I expected. God said, you're looking at it wrong. You're blaming me for problems, calling it deflection. These things aren't happening to you, but they're happening around you. My job is to help you get through. I told you that in Isaiah. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. But you don't believe. You mad because you can't sleep. But I told you shortly after that, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in me. Sleep requires peace. And you have none because you've been doubting me. But it's never too late. We just need to recalibrate. Remember, it's not me telling you this. These are stories being told by others about my grace. If you read it, then you know. James said, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Truthfully, God said, I saw your pain when your brother passed. I hated seeing you like that, but I knew it wouldn't last. You see, I built you different. So I knew you would stand. Remember your brother's words, if not mine. Think of his love as not of lost time. He told you God's will be done and not yours. And you can't fill space around you with anger, hate, tears, and fears because then you leave God no room to work. Stay at peace. No matter how dirty the path, clean the dirt from your feet. Your brother sacrificed and his journey is done. It isn't just you, though, that I call my son. He is with me and he is at peace, except when he worries that you've totally lost sight of who you're supposed to reach. The only thing I can say after that was thank you for the conversation, Father. I respect your role and acknowledge I don't understand and I shouldn't expect to. But if you could just give me one more moment with my brother, I would be so thankful. God said he's with you, my son. Drown out the noise and listen. I can assure you he hears every word you speak, and remember losing him was not your defeat. But when it gets this bad, sit on your knees. Close your eyes and talk to me. Then ask, do you have a minute for your son, Father? My bad, Bird. I didn't mean to go heavy.
It's late enough. It's late enough. That was deep, brother. Okay. Man, I'm trying to even think of a nice topic for the good brothers, man. Let me see. I do something called Black Rose Petals. So, as I sit down and I think about life, I ask myself, do my wrongs outweigh my rights? But at the end of the day, the question kind of goes back and forth. So I sit back in my chair, I pull out a Cohiba, and then I have the torch. When I put the light together, I start to think, how much did I have to grow in order to shrink? See, when it comes to the growth, you have to understand that growth isn't always shown. See, sometimes you shrink from a physical appearance, but you're growing within. So from the outside, it looks like you're losing, but on the inside, you know it's a win.
Mm.
See, as you pull back the pedals to the rose, I think you understand what you should hold on to and what you have to let go. Because, see, for those who like flowers, you have to understand that just because the outside of the rose petals may be bare, the inside still has life. So if you go ahead and you take off a few, that's just like taking off some of the stress so you can have peace at night. See, black rose petals are those in which you have to understand the breakdown. Because, see, where I'm from, it's the ones who really don't mean much who run the town. It's those who say a lot of bullshit who got the most. But then at the end of the day, it's those who we want to resemble or even get close. I'm talking about really being able to take off some layers. Really being able to say that, you know what, I'm no longer a player. Not of that game in which they chose for me, but I'm a player in my own game in which I chose to seek. As I continue to ask myself, what will I do to gain my wealth? When I sit down and I got my Cohiba in my left and my torch in my right, I say just don't lose yourself. As long as you got yourself, you got self-wealth. Without yourself, there is nothing else. Invest in self. Continue to look at those petals, but continue to tear off the ones that don't work for you because they died. But continue to water the ones that still need to grow because you know that they're trying. Success is something that does not come overnight. But success is something that comes with true life. See, you can be alive your whole life and still be dead. That's why you gotta understand what Mr. Davey Insight said as far as the knowledge within your head. Don't let fear kill you, let it motivate you. Take off the rose petals which no longer serve you due to the fact that they no longer deserve you. Let life live through you, but also know, don't ever get too complacent and get used to. Those are the rose petals, black rose petals from Bird's Eye View.
Yo. Facebook Live. Those of y'all that are still rocking with us, man, we appreciate y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that shit was a great show, man. That shit was a great show. And if you don't believe me, catch me outside. Catch me outside. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to G Top fan, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, strong arm, you know what I mean? Let's go. We getting it out here, man. So here's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna tell y'all right now, we enjoyed this. We enjoyed ourselves. We enjoyed y'all. We enjoyed the show. Listen, it's only gonna get better.
Absolutely.
Listen, I can't say it again. I'm back, people.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
You can tell.
I'm back.
yes,
Live and in color. Black and educated. Let's get it. So I can't say this enough though. I want to shout out DA.
Most
I want to shout out Masa Akil.
Most definitely.
Listen, they are still strong members of the I Stand On That podcast family.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Akil. He out there handling his business for Ramadan.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Getting that spiritual ground and doing what he need to do for him and his family. We love and respect that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DA who out there doing what he need to do. You know what I'm saying? They all coming back. They all coming back. And when we come back, we like Voltron. We form, bro. You know what I'm saying? We step on top of each other and we form, brother. And so we looking for the next interview.
Yes.
I'm hoping that one of y'all out there might be the next interview. South Florida Sid, what's up? You know what I'm saying? South Florida Sid, what's up? Eric Shelton, what's up? Yo, G, what's up?
Most definitely.
I invite everybody who wants to get the interview, man.
Who wants to get the interview? So, long story short, we done held y'all for a minute. We gonna bop out for a minute. We gonna pour a drink. We gonna celebrate that we had a great show.
Absolutely.
We gonna bop out. We might even freestyle a little bit.
Mm.
We gonna move. And so if y'all want to rock with us for a little bit longer, please do. But if not, we gotta go pay some bills, and then we just gonna come back and bop. Facebook Live, stay with us.
Hey, listen, a few things. We do have the actual summer mixer. It's called the Summer Madness Mixer. It's going to be in Wynwood, I believe. Sometime.
Shout out to
August.
iRock Shirts.
Shout out to iRock Shirts putting on the actual event. The event this past Tuesday.
420 Mixer was off the chain.
It was fabulous. I got to meet some people, and I will be putting them on. I stand on that not the podcast, but just our Facebook. Them just telling us about their business, how they got started, and we're gonna do more of that. We do want to promote and support Black businesses. So that's kind of what I did, and I will be showing that actual video as well.
Shout out to Audrey, right?
Yes.
The Rules of Royalty on sale now.
I got a
Shout
copy.
out to Audrey. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got my
Hopefully
copy.
you could be our next. Hopefully you could be our next interview. Audrey, I'm not buying the book. I already messaged you because I said I want to know how to get a signed copy. I'm not buying that shit without your signature in it. So I will buy it if you're gonna promise to come on the show and sign it for me live. I'll buy it, or you gotta hit me up and tell me how to get access to it, where it's getting sent to me with a signature. I want an autograph, because when you blow up, I want to be able to say that's my friend. You feel me?
Absolutely.
But here's what we gonna do. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all was here with us. It is April 25th.
Mhm.
We're going to be back next Sunday at 7 p.m. The show's going to get better. We're going to get more live.
Yep.
If I noticed correctly, we've had no issues with the Wi-Fi.
Absolutely.
Right? The stream has been solid.
Yep.
The audio has been solid. So listen, give us some feedback. Let us know how y'all feeling about today's show. We're going to recap on Tuesday. So any feedback y'all can give us before that would be lovely. You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's all love. All the way from the 305 to the 407 to across the world. We got love for all y'all, man. I stand on that. I stand on us. I stand on this podcast.
No doubt.
And what we're going to do is we're going to end this thing with 2 claps and the Ric Flair before we turn this music on. So let's get 2 claps and the Ric Flair. Woo!
Let's do it.
We got you. Hey, turn this music on. What we talking about?
Bro, we gotta order some meat. Yeah, I've been fasting all day. I've been fasting.
It should be. Well, listen, we had made some chicken, so
I told you, man. He said, "Hey, what up, birthday bring?" I thought you said you bringing the chicken.
Man, if I did, bro, excuse me.
you just said, yeah, you definitely said you was bringing something. I don't know what you was.
No, you said the chicken, because you was like, all right, mac and cheese. Because you like, yo, make the mac and cheese. All right, I bring the chicken.
Yeah, but we spoke through the day, and then like things changed because it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
No, because remember I told you that based on the way everything was rocking, we ended up kind of running out of time for me to cook the actual mac and cheese. That's when I told you I was like, yo, I'm gonna just grab the store, right? But I'm saying, Bird, I think there's some chicken in the crib.
I'm beautiful with that. All I need is one piece.
Yeah, I think there's some chicken in the crib.
Yeah,
But I just want you to bop with me for a minute before we look depressed.
no, I'm
Because
with it.
Facebook Live still looking at it.
I would love a $1,000 DM if they're any around.
No, I think I got something. That's what I'm saying. I think we could good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad if we could negotiate an exchange, because I'm willing to make some more sacrifices.
That'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. My sleep is a sacrifice that I'm always willing to not fuck with. So not willing to make, but not
You
fuck
can't give us 5 minutes of music entertainment?
with. 5 minutes, bro.
No, I ain't asking for a lot. I just want the people to see you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just bop through some stuff real quick, bro. I'm just trying to get you a vibe, get you in a place. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna turn up. We're gonna turn it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
We're moving on, keep it strong. Don't you let them steer you wrong. It's a groove we're gonna give you what you want, just as long as you're around. It's a groove
South Florida Sid, if you still out there, bro, give me some feedback on the mix, bro. I already know how you feel.
DJ. I see you bought another one.
Why you got really bought one?
Oh yeah.
I ain't buy that shit. Really bought that shit. That shit was expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Do you love what you feel? Listen, it's about that music, baby.
Just like beauty. Just like beauty. To relax my mind so I can be free. And absorb the sound that keep me round. Doing my thing constantly with no worries. Peace to keep Murray. Just like beauty. To keep me flowing, to keep me going, to keep me growing, to keep from knowing what happens out there. It's not my concern. You wanna die, it's not my turn.
So what you thought about the podcast? You like tonight or what? Huh? How you felt about the episode tonight?
Looking at them goalposts. But
like there's something new out that got me in the zone. Just not
chopped off at like
I wish music can adopt me.
18 to 15 viewers at one music. She throwing up that beat and everything. We'll discuss that on Tuesday. And I got some thoughts on that.
Yeah. I think if we can keep coming back with just continue to build on the content, build on the energy. Like we got consistency with the stream right now. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was not planned, but the ability to throw that confessions in on your end, like that was a moment for me. I enjoyed that moment a little bit. Right?
That's the transparency though. You know what I'm saying?
But we got a couple of interactions off of that genre.
Yeah.
Like when we did it, people laughed at it, and it was just a moment. You know what I'm saying?
No confrontation, party all night. It's just a sensation.
This is a song I was telling you about.
Facebook Live, y'all fucking with us?
Baby, lift me up. Baby, carry me. Baby, let me down. Baby, tragedy. Baby, let me rub. Baby, body. I wanna know if you can last no longer. Hit me up, baby. Cut it out.
Which one? Quickest name? What's the name of the song? That's top. Okay. Listen, you ain't said shit. I got a flow for it and everything. We gonna do that right now.
You so possessive, way too jealous. Don't bring your friends around me. Some famous girls, some models, and some regular hoes. I told my bitch about those tickets.
Listen.
She knows I wanna reassure.
Lift me up, baby.
What's the luxury? Try my new shit now. These bitches wanna fuck with me.
I know I'm easing into that one though. Shout out to DJ Quick.
I rock shirts. Where you at? You talking about some DJ Quick? Where you at, man?
Yo, shout out to anybody that don't respect Quick, bro. Y'all crazy. I'm shooting that out there right now. Y'all crazy. Quick got hits. Quick got hits. Shout out to all the quick fans out there.
Alright.
Hey. Look at that name Quick. Compton. Hey. Having fit. Hey. This is my city. Hey, 2 times for the storytelling though.
Absolutely.
Hey, we missing that art.
Real rap, real rap. But we from 305. But we from Miami, right? Okay.
Hold on. A second.
Yeah.
Hey, you tripping. Remember that was on my top 5.
Put it all on the line. Hey, but when you live that lifestyle, what Trick say? They don't live that long. Unfortunately.
Hey, that opening verse though. I wanna buy me the beans for the pretty green show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that Trick album with the food stamp on the front.
Oh yeah. I wanna buy me a bean for the 50 grand show.
That Trick stamp.
Bro, no key, bro. It's music shit. I'm supposed to been on it like doing like I don't know what era of it.
Yeah.
I just love that shit, bro. I've been the fan too.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah. I don't. To this day, I don't understand why God didn't let me know how to sing, man. I'd have been off the shit.
I just do background shit. Like,
I felt like I was the only light-skinned nigga in the 80s that they couldn't sing. I was the only light-skinned nigga in the 80s that couldn't sing.
Talking about it, go to Hollywood. See that storytelling. Yeah.
Here we go though. Listen, let's do this live. Oh, I feel like I got Mr. Love, Mr. Insight.
I gotta hear the drop first.
Briscoe.
Oh, okay. I gotta hear the drop first. I'm like,
Money just don't make no. Snatch me a bitch, I take one.
Talk to a bird. One.
Tell your boyfriend I'll talk rap. I wake up, get dressed, and go check the trap. Yeah, we good, we straight. Get money, don't hate my shit so hard, my face so
you heard what he said? His Chevy so hard.
I'm sliding. You vibing. Guess not. Pussy nigga get from around my car. Pussy nigga you don't buy no bar. Pussy nigga you ain't no star. I'm sliding.
It's my brother shit.
I'm sliding. You out, bro? Mr. Daily Insight leaving us, K-Bones.
Hey, we had a homeboy in college. This had to be his favorite song. Cause he had some problems. And we had to tell him.
Don't hate the game. Go solve. Hey.
That motherfucker go. Just like you got it, you can find another hoe. Don't call me diamond dust. What you doing? Drink a hard up and love it. Push it and shove it and find some woman. Who grabbing by the ass, oh boy, you buggy. I told you about the drugs and the stinking ass H.O. You gotta learn to roll the bitches for the peso. Stop snapping like that bitch cause it ain't Joe. Y'all niggas need to learn how the game go. It's a tripping how to tell your ass no more. Y'all niggas tell shit had no hole. You only go out like a sucker go solo. Cause this bitch damn sure call a po-po.
He can't throw the defense. So I'm out of here, baby.
That's up.
That's all. That's all. Hey, I'm trying to get that shit to you too.
All
The
right,
video,
all
so you
right.
know what's the name?
I got you.
So, all right, guys. Good talk. Hey, good show, bro. Shit, get that for you. Hey.
I'm going all the way out by mine. Bitch, get shot by mine. Get slapped in my by mine.
Y'all ain't no true South Florida nigga if you don't respect Trick Daddy on this shit.
Bitch, get shot by mine. Get slapped in my by mine. Twice the same and drop by mine. I'm T-double-D for week. Now you running around ducking me. Again, with an AK better than a non-delete. I send the killers to your mama beat. I be on the M to the is A, R to the is A. Come through chopping your block. I don't play that. Know to put a load and hit the two-way. Piece the other is out. I miss him every day.
Hey.
Sneaking vibes, backwood of the lamb. Hold on, I can't get enough of your love, baby. Nigga just moaning it. I need a show right now. I need a show right now.
Show right now.
Yeah, Trump major.
I need a show right now. If you don't know what a show is, you're in South Florida.
Right.
Bird, man, you ready to vibe though? Okay. So we're gonna get off this South Florida shit. We're gonna vibe for a minute. We're gonna vibe for a minute. I appreciate you kicking it with your boy tonight. You know what I mean? Alright, listen, man. We just wanted to take y'all out on the South Florida vibe. You know what I'm saying? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let Facebook go, but we're gonna let y'all go off of this. Because here's what I want to make sure we do. We talked about the women out there. We talked about the women out there. And at the end of the day, always want to have love and respect for the women. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, all y'all my bae. Ain't none of y'all my wife, but all y'all my bae. I respect all women out there. So we're gonna let Bob Reed take us home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Major 9. Shout out to all the queens out there. Shout out to everybody that's still rocking with us at 10:26 p.m. Cause it's late as shit on a Sunday night.
You got me jumping off the deep end. Who you ride got me wanna take me rub off and leave it.
Listen,
Pussy tight,
we
tryna
want
break it in.
and y'all got it. And we love y'all. Never take it. Never break it. The bond that is. Never take it. Never break it.
All back massages. Far away from the projects. Just put the view on Snapchat and let the hating assholes get to see where they at. So we ain't got to go nowhere. The good food, the good liquor, and the beach all right here. And guess what? You can sleep late.
So we can listen. We on that. That's my bae. Bob Reed's
That's my bae. That's my bae.
all y'all bae. That's my bae.
That's my bae. That's my bae.
Listen, thank y'all for rocking with us, man.